Welcome, basketball fans, to another edition of Henley Hornets basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports with video on mybasin.com. Tonight's broadcast is between the Henley Hornets and the Klamath Union Pelicans. Good evening, everybody. My name is Josh Eldridge. I'm with Nick Bradford running the live stream this evening, and it should be a great battle tonight. It is senior night for Klamath Union. That, of course, on the line. And then the Lady Hornets tonight entering play 5-3. Klamath Union is 4-4, 10-10 on the season. They are perfect 500, but this team is capable of a lot more, and they're trying to play good in front of this home crowd this evening. A lot on the line in terms of the Skyline Conference as well. You take a quick skim at the conference standings, and Klamath Union only a game back of second place Henley, and playoffs still very much in the conversation for the Klamath Union Pelicans. There's a lot happening here tonight at Pell Court on the campus of Klamath Union High School. We'll be back to take a look at the conference. The Skyline Conference coming up only a few short weeks away from the 4A state tournament. The Hornets next.
It's Lefkoe Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quad-Track tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
At Bowers Construction, our mission statement is to enrich the lives of our customers and of our team. So we're trying to be the best construction company that we can be by bringing value to other people's lives. So the work we provide is basically from foundation to roof in residential, and we work in commercial construction. Find our Bowers Construction Facebook page, or just give us a call. It's 541-205-1464. We are a licensed contractor at CCB 188923.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
It is senior night tonight here at Klamath Union High School. We're going to do our best to tune into Rob Kaufman honoring the Klamath Union seniors this evening.
Plans to go to college but is undecided, with hopes to study recording, arts, technology, and be a technician. Samantha has been a 3-year letterman in volleyball, basketball, and track. Her favorite memory is when she was in Seaside going down to the beach, and the bus driver, Mr. Nahar, made a bet that she would dunk her head in the water, and she got $10 out of it. She would like to thank her mother, who has always supported and been there for her. Without her, I would not be where I am today, so thank you, Mom. I love you. Would also like to thank my brother Pablo. He's always been one of my biggest fans in basketball. Lastly, I want to thank the entire team. This has probably been the best season I've ever had. It wouldn't have been the best without them. I'm gonna miss you. Love you guys. Senior Samantha Garcia. Our second senior, Cassidy Mahan. Escorted by Dad, Scott Mahan, stepmom Alicia, and family. Cassidy's academic accomplishment includes maintaining a 4-point GPA. She plans to take that 4-point to Oregon State University and study environmental engineering. She has been a 4-year letterman in basketball and has participated in soccer and been on National Honor Society. Her favorite high school memory was beating Mazama with the JV team her freshman year. She would also like to thank her dad for constantly criticizing me, but supporting me through it all. Coach Nahar for stepping up and taking on such a diverse and difficult group of girls. my best friend Anna for loving and supporting me through it all, and my team for the friendships, love, and memories I'll never forget. Ladies and gentlemen, Cassidy Mahan. Our third senior, Ana Mendez, escorted by her parents and brothers, Sonia and Enrique Mendez, and her stepdad, Rene Perez. Ana will be attending College of the Siskiyous to play soccer and then transfer to OIT to continue her degree in business. She plans on studying science and business in hopes of opening her own business in the future. Ana has played 4 years varsity basketball, 4 years varsity soccer, and 1 year varsity track and field. Her favorite high school memories include spending time with friends and creating lifelong memories. Her favorite basketball memory is when Sam jumped in the ocean while attending a tournament in Florence. Samantha would like to thank her parents and brother for all their love and support over the years. I would like to send a special shout out to my friend Cassidy for all her love and support. Also, thank you to all my supportive teachers over the years. Ladies and gentlemen, Ana Mendez. Let's give one more round of applause for seniors Samantha Garcia, Cassidy Mahan, and Ana Mendez. Yeah, I got that. This is of the boys' game, right?
The Klamath Union seniors again, Ana Mendez, Cassidy Mahan, and Sam Garcia being honored tonight on their senior night here at Pell Court. Appreciate you being with us in the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. I would like to address what you may have seen on Facebook or on my Twitter feed or anywhere else for that matter, possibly had it texted to you, whatever the case might be. We did have a problem with our YouTube account earlier today where it was taken offline, but yeah, you can go ahead and take that just for a second. And Rob Kaufman sitting next to us, he just presented senior night, and yeah, so we have been restored, and we are back live. It seemed to have been a problem, not just with us, but with other Basin area schools. Bonanza was having issues, and a few others were having issues as well across the country even. So it seemed like it must have been some kind of false issue with YouTube, but we're back. I just wanted to address that at the top of tonight's broadcast because I know there may have been some confusion, but we are live here tonight at Pell Court. Going to take a 1 minute break, and when we come back, we'll be ready for starting lineups and tip tonight from Klamath Union High School. The Hornets and the Pels are next.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place and then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Welcome back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week as we get ready for Klamath Union, Lady Pelicans basketball, and Henley Hornets basketball as we get ready for the national anthem here tonight at Klamath Union High School. We are just moments away from tip and time now for the national anthem. And you can see there, by the way, next to the flag, they've instated this new video board. There it is. I think that's pretty cool. Scott Mason, the athletic director, putting that together just this year is the first time they've had that. And pretty neat. A new addition here at Pell Court. And now we are ready to meet the starting lineup for the Henley Hornets. Number 10, Ryan Maddox, a senior. Number 11, a junior, Holly Parker. Number 15, a sophomore, Annie Campos. Number 20, a senior, Madeline Sharp. And number 24, a sophomore, Jewel Northcutt. Henley Hornets are coached by Randy Denson in his second season. And now we meet the starting five for the hometown Klamath Union Pelicans. Starting at guard, number 1, a senior, Anna Mendez. A sophomore, number 10, Keely Hall. Number 13, a sophomore, Dianara Pena. Number 20, a senior, Cassidy Mahan. And number 22, a senior, Sam Garcia. Klamath Union girls basketball team is coached by John Nahar in his first season. We are ready for basketball this evening tonight from Pell Court. Appreciate you being with us on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. The Pelicans and the Hornets in a Skyline Conference affair. Coming into tonight, the Hornets are 5-3 in conference play. They find themselves in second place in the conference, right behind Mazama with 6-2. Hidden Valley is tied with them in second place at 5-3. This Klamath Union girls team is 500 on the year. They're 4-4 in conference play, 10-10 overall. North Valley is 2-6, and Phoenix is 2-6. That's how the Skyline Conference shapes up before we play here tonight. Second to last game of the season for these teams. On Tuesday night for Henley, it'll be a road game to close out the season against Phoenix. And Klamath Union is going to hit the road and play Mazama on Tuesday. So we are ready for basketball tonight. Tip is up, controlled by Annie Campos. Hornets tonight wearing navy blue uniforms, and the Pelicans tonight in their home whites as Maddox strikes first. Maddox, her last game, she scored 8 in the loss to Mazama. That was back on Tuesday night. And so now Garcia brings it around the perimeter, kicks it over to Mendez. Mendez trying to get it to Mahan. Brings it around, goes right, Garcia. Oh no, sorry, that was Mendez from about 18, Anna Mendez. Annie Campos bringing it up, she brings it left, spins around, outside to Maddox. Shot for Campos from range, no good. The rebound is going to be snagged by Pena as it goes out of bounds. Possession, Pelicans. Dianara Pena, probably, we talk about Annie Campos a lot as, you know, potentially the best player in the conference. I think you could put Dianara Pena in that same conversation. Last time these two teams played, it was a win for Henley, 50-44. That game was played to kick off the month of February. And a miss on the other end. They're going to call that, by the way, from Anna Mendez a little while ago, a three-pointer. So Klamath Union actually leads 3-2. Going to the rim, that was Keely Hall who gets fouled. It is a non-shooter. The foul charged to Madeline Sharp. That's her first. Anna Mendez to inbound. Lofts it into Keely Hall. Hall having to battle for it, and a held ball. Pelicans going to hold on to possession. Inbound pass goes to Mahan, bounces out of bounds. Possession stays with Klamath Union as Jewel Northcutt was the last one to hit it. Northcutt, by the way, 19 points in her last outing, and 15 of those coming in the second half against Mazama, what ultimately ended up being a loss on Tuesday night for Henley, 66-65. Annie Campos hit a long three at the buzzer as Henley was trailing by 4, so that's what made it a one-point game as the ball goes out of bounds. Klamath Union has won 2 straight coming into tonight's contest, a road game against Phoenix, in which they won 41-39 on Friday. And, of course, on Tuesday, they beat Hidden Valley 39-37 right here on this floor. And that was a big game when you talk about Henley staying in the mix for the Skyline Conference. Again, there was a 3-way tie on Tuesday night. Mazama won their game against Henley, obviously, so they improved to 6-2. Henley and Hidden Valley both lost. So when you look at the schedule ahead, tonight we are the only conference game being played. Friday night is when things begin to heat up in the conference because you've got Hidden Valley hosting Phoenix, and that'll be an important game. If Henley is able to hold on and potentially make a comeback into this one and win it, they trail 3-2 with 5:55 to go in the first. Possession goes to the Pels after that held ball. Anna Mendez bringing it up the floor for the Lady Pelicans, bouncing it to Keely Hall, back to Mendez on the right elbow. She brings it around, inside to Hall. Madeline Sharp got a hand on it. Hall now far outside on the perimeter, being pressured, and inside to Mahan. Anna Mendez falling away from the rim, and that's good. Anna Mendez with 5 points. Ready to kick off her senior night. Campos on the left side. Passes it to Maddox, top of the key, 3-point jumper, back iron no good. Rebound picked up by Campos. She tries to battle her way to the bucket, and a held ball underneath. Sam Garcia tying up Annie Campos. So Parker will inbound, kicks it to Maddox, near corner. Maddox gets Pena off her feet, brings it around top of the key, zips it over to Parker. Parker from 17, that one rims out, no good. Loose ball picked up by Maddox, top of the key. Brings it around, bounces it right to Campos. She takes one from the right wing. Back iron, no good. Sharp gets the rebound. She can't put it back in, and actually that was Northcutt as Pena cleans the glass. And so Klamath Union working up the floor. Tosses ahead to Mahan from mid-range, no good. Keely Hall gets the rebound, that's no good. And a bump underneath. Possession stays with the Pelicans. Score now 4-3 Klamath Union, so they must have taken one of those points away from Mendez, so I guess it was a 2 to start the game.
Substitution for the Hornets, Melanie Martino.
Scores 4-3 KU, 4:51 to go in the first. Battling underneath was Keely Hall. She kicks it outside to Mahan after the missed shot. Sam Garcia thought about 3, top of the key now to Mendez. Back to Garcia, left wing. Fix going left, brings it right. Free throw line jumper for Garcia, no good. Anna Mendez scrambling for the rebound, ultimately picked away by Northcutt. And jump ball possession stays with the Pels. Timeout called by Coach Denson, 4-3 the score. And we'll be right back in the first quarter from Pell Court.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
All right, we got the score figured out here at Pell Court. 4-3, Klamath Union leads. They gave Ryan Maddox a 3-pointer on her bucket, and Anna Mendez has 2 2-pointers, even including that long jump shot to kick things off this evening. Inbound pass goes to Garcia. She brings it along the far side, picked away by Campos, just stealing the open floor, throwing it ahead to Maddox, and that connection in transition has worked all season long as Henley now leads 5-4. Maddox has got 5 points tonight, all of them for her team. Dianara Pena bringing it up the floor. She's yet to take a shot tonight. She calls for a screen, takes it from Mahan, brings it around the left side, kicks it to Garcia. She thinks about a left wing 3, instead takes one from the left elbow. That won't go. And Anna Harper, who's checked into the game, kicks it to Campos on the rebound, ahead to Maddox, and she converts in transition. 7 points for Ryan Maddox. She had a tough go of things last time out. Maddox only 5 points in that game on Tuesday against Mazama. She's already scored more in this game than she has in the entirety of the last contest. She misses a layup there. Throwing it ahead to Pena. Steps into a three, and that's good for Dianara Pena. She is a good player, to say the very least, about Dianara Pena. Jewel Northcutt fouled on the other side. Only a sophomore, too. Pena was a starter as a freshman on varsity and has continued to improve in all aspects of the game. Jewel Northcutt to the line. Well, we're playing here on a Thursday night. Normally this game would be played on Friday, but it's due to a lack of officials here in Klamath County, and that's been a problem statewide with officiating, especially after COVID. So if you want to stay in shape, be involved in a sport you love, and earn some money on the side, you can become an athletic official. There's a shortage of officials in Oregon, and we need you now more than ever. You can visit osaa.org/officials for more information. We're knotted at 7, 3:30 to go in the first. Pelicans and the Hornets are tied.
On Top Tree Services have one of the highest buckets in town. No job too small, no tree too tall. Operating since 2017, this crew's ready for your land clearing, tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and fire prevention. On Top Tree Services offers same-day estimates. I can't mention this enough. If a tree falls on your house or vehicle, they offer a 24/7 emergency tree or limb removal. Give them a call today at 541-882-8707. On Top Tree Services, fast, easy, and reliable. CCB 216014.
All right, we're back live from Pell Court on the campus of Klamath Union High School this evening. We are tied at 7, 3:24 to go in the first for this varsity girls basketball contest. And these two teams played back on February 1st, and it was a win for Henley, 50-44. I'm sure they're looking for a repeat of fortunes to spoil Klamath Union's senior night, although I know these Lady Pelicans want to win one in front of a home crowd at Pell Court. Free throw is missed. Picked up by Harper. She misses the shot. Northcutt backs it out of bounds. And Madeline Sharp will check in for Northcutt. Martino also in the game for Henley. Emma Langley has checked in for Klamath Union. In fact, she takes the pass. Emma Langley in double team, picked away by Campos. She's bringing up the floor. 1-on-2 in transition. She picks one up from the free throw line to shoot. No good. Emma Langley clears the glass. And she's going to toss it ahead to Pena, who's going to bring it across the timeline ahead to Slavin, who has checked into the game. Out on the inside to Dakota Neese. Back outside to Slavin. Inside to Neese. The sophomore had trouble corralling the pass, brings it back around the perimeter. Bouncing it to Pena at the free throw line. Pena puts it on the deck, spins to her right, high off the glass, no good. And Harper has got the rebound. She is racing up the floor, taking it coast to coast, and Slavin was there for the defensive stop. Dakota Neese bringing it up. Neese kicking it over to Slavin. Slavin now bringing it left to Langley. Langley bringing it around, top of the key, handing it to Pena. Pena thought about a long three. She's picked up by Martino. Martino starts to press her a little bit. Pena spins around. Over to Langley. Langley going left, trying to get to the baseline. Drives underneath, loses a handle on it, kicks it out to Neese. Neese puts it on the deck, goes up with the shot, no good. Harper gets the rebound. Annie Campos up the floor. Now over to Parker, who shoots mid-range. That one won't go. Rebound picked up by Pena. Kicks it ahead to Neese. Neese trying to take it herself in transition, and a blocking foul will be assessed to Madeline Sharp. Second foul for Sharp, second Henley team foul. And so is a non-shooter. Slavin will inbound, and a substitution as Sharp checks out after that second foul. Northcutt's in the game. Imagine we won't see Madeline Sharp again until the second quarter. Inbound pass goes to Mahan. She brings it around, shoots from 12, and she travels. One thing I love about being in Pell Court 1 is that here we are in the booth. If you have Brain here, we're right above the scorer's table. So we've got people filed in behind us that are Hornets fans, and then across the way, when we pan over as Campos travels inside, you can see the Klamath Union student section is right on the floor. I remember a couple of years ago, Klamath Union, the boys team, won a nail-biter of a game. It might have been the playoff game they won against Cascade a couple of seasons ago. And there were 2 legitimate holes in the bleachers from the students standing and jumping up and down at made shots. This place gets rowdy quick, and it's a lot of fun here as we are still tied at 7, 1:23 to go in the first. Nice pass inside from Pena to Nice. Nice takes the shot, and it's no good. Possession Hornets. Maddox into the game. She's already got 7 points, all of her team's points so far in this quarter. For the Klamath Union Pelicans, 3 for Dianara Pena and 4 for Anna Mendez as Campos drives in, tries to go for the layup and is fouled. And she will head to the line for 2. Annie Campos scored 12 in the losing effort to Mazama back on Tuesday. First free throw from Campos is no good. Sam Garcia into the game. She will tap out Dakota Nice. Second free throw from Campos is good. So Klamath Union takes an 8-7 lead with a minute to go in the first. Cassidy Mahan going to bring it up the floor for the Lady Pelicans. Pass coming over to Slavin. Slavin trying to get it inside to Pena. She's in the left corner. Puts it on the deck, trying to drive left baseline. Spins around to her right. Puts up a shot, and Dianara Pena makes it look so easy. 5 points for the sophomore as her team now leads 9-8. Annie Campos takes a drive in, goes up with the layup, and looks like she didn't see Maddox open in the corner. So the ball goes out of bounds. It will remain Hornets basketball. Maddox is found in the corner on the inbound pass. She's going to zip it to Martino. Martino throwing it inside to Northcutt, who goes up with the shot and is fouled by Alex Slavin. So Jewel Northcutt goes to the line again, 19 points on Tuesday night. From the free throw line, she was 5 of 6 in the second half. Those were all of her free throws 2 nights ago, and she's going to miss her first one here. Second free throw for Northcutt on the way. And that one is good. Got a tie game, 9-all with 30 seconds to go in the first, and Klamath Union has it. Langley racing up the floor, giving it to Pena. Pena against Martino, 21 seconds now. She brings it left, spins around to her right, goes back left, has it tipped by Martino. And now Pena being bothered by Melody in the corner, getting it into Cassidy Mahan, outside to Langley, high arcing shot, no good. 8 seconds on the Henley rebound. Harper's trying to bring it up, 4 seconds to go. Over to Maddox. Maddox has 1 second to shoot. She heaves one, it's no good. We go to the second quarter, tied at 9. The Hornets and the Pelicans second quarter action next on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Call up Dan Stearns, figure it out. We're back in the second quarter tonight from Pell Court. We are tied at 9 as we are right back into the action. Klamath Union's going to take it up after the Henley miss. DNR Pena bothered by Maddox full court as Henley looks like they're busting out the press, but DNR Pena walks into a three. That one clangs off the back of the rim, and Campos will bring it up the floor after the Maddox rebound. Campos facing a double team, tries to get it over to Parker, but slips right through her hands. Sam Garcia to inbound, getting it to Pena, but Maddox tips it out, and we'll do it all again. Appreciate you being with us tonight on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. This Skyline Conference game between the hometown Klamath Union Pelicans and the Henley Hornets on the road, but basically just across town. Only about a 15-minute drive, I would think, door to door from the Hornets' nest to Pell Court. Sam Garcia driving the baseline, steps out of bounds, and a turnover. Campos takes a screen, steps back, mid-range shot, no good. Jewel Northcutt gets the rebound, she goes up with it and gets fouled. I find it interesting that Henley and Klamath Union, to my knowledge, their rivalry does not have a proper name. But in the past couple of seasons, especially in basketball, this rivalry has heated up. You've got, obviously, Klamath Union, when they play Mazama, it's called the Canal Bowl. When Henley plays Mazama, it's the Southside Series. I don't think we have a name for this rivalry. I'll have to think on one, and maybe I can come up with it. I'm not sure. Northcutt made her first free throw. I don't know if I'm necessarily qualified to come up with something like that, but if you got an idea, leave a comment in the YouTube section. We'll figure it out. Both free throws are good from Northcutt, and a timeout on the floor. The score 11-9, Henley with 7:07 to go in the second.
At Bowers Construction, our mission statement is to enrich the lives of our customers and of our team. So we're trying to be the best construction company that we can be by bringing value to other people's lives. So the work we provide is basically from foundation to roof in residential, and we work in commercial construction. Find our Bowers Construction Facebook page, or just give us a call. It's 541-205-1464. We are a licensed contractor at CCB 188923.
Welcome back to Pell Court for tonight's Skyline Conference game between the Klamath Union Pelicans and the Henley Hornets. Henley's up 11-9 with 7:02 to go in the second. Into the game now for Klamath Union, Aaron Garcia, a sophomore, number 11. Sam Garcia takes one from 18. That one hits off the front of the rim. Campos throwing it ahead to Maddox in transition. How many times have we said that this season? And Maddox converts. Maddox has got 9 points tonight. That matches her season total. In fact, is better than her season average of 8 points per game. DNR Pena thought about a free throw line jumper, goes up against Madeline Sharp and gets fouled. So DNR Pena will shoot 2 at the line.
Henley foul number 20, Madeline Sharp, her third. Henley's third team foul. DNR Pena at the line to shoot.
Pena already has 5 points this evening and trying to trim the lead to 2 with a couple of made free throws here. First one's good.
Cassidy Mahan returns for KU.
Cassidy Mahan into the game, and Pena's second free throw on the way. No good. Rebound snagged by Garcia. She gets a nice look at the bucket, can't convert. Rebound grabbed by Maddox. Maddox thought about running out in transition for a second, decides to slow things down, brings it along the right side, kicks it to Campos. Got Garcia off her feet for a second. A beautiful pass inside to Northcutt. That's the vision that Andy Campos provides, and Northcutt now has 5 points. 3 made free throws for the sophomore, and the 2-point field goal there. Score 15-10, with 6 minutes to go in the second. Keeley Hall held onto the ball a bit too long. That's a good scheme there by Randy Denson's defense. And quick stoppage as Emma Langley's back into the game. Annie Campos walking it up the floor. Denies the Northcutt screen, kicks it out to Maddox. She fires three, back off the backboard, no good. Northcutt gets the rebound, and she battles through contact. Off the glass, Jewel Northcutt coming alive here in the second quarter as she's got 7 points tonight. Hornets lead by 7, 17-10, 5.5 to go in the second. Pena draws contact and will head to the line. And this is how you stay in the game, though, if you're Klamath Union. If you're not making shots, which they've had trouble with here in this quarter, get to the free throw line. Just watch the ball go in a couple times. And Pena will do that here. Free throw from Pena is good. Second free throw on the way from Dianara Pena. Is also good. 17-12. Toss ahead, and Maddox lets that one go out of bounds. Timely turnover. Klamath Union a chance to make it a one-possession game with a made bucket of any variety here. Keeley Hall lofting it into Pena. And she will walk it up the floor. Pena likes to take her time, bothered by Maddox, and a foul. Maddox is going to pick up her second foul and the sixth team foul. Oh, pardon me, team foul number 5, rather, for Henley. Melody Martino checks in after Maddox picks up her second foul. As Keeley Hall takes the inbound pass. Hall tossing it to Garcia. Klamath Union spreads the floor a little bit, kicking it out to Langley. She thought about three, driving right with it, bringing it back now over to Garcia. Garcia steps back, kicks it over to Langley, who's going to drive baseline. Turns around, shoots, and cashes in for Emma Langley. That's a nice shot there from Langley. Campos now taking the Northcutt screen. Right elbow jumpers cash. 3 points for Campos. And so it's Cassie Mahan bringing it up. Garcia thought about three, thinks again. Now over to Emma Langley. Langley bouncing it inside to Mahan. Mahan bothered by Northcutt, dribbles out beyond the perimeter once more. Loose ball, scramble for it, picked up by Pena. She loses it, but Pena now has room to drive inside. Nice pass inside to Keeley Hall. Will not convert. There's a collision under the basket between Langley and Hall. And Harper took it up the floor. Now over to Campos. Klamath Union's defense recovers. Northcutt bounces it off of Mahan as it goes out of bounds. Slavin in for Garcia for the Pels. A matchup between the 16th and 19th best teams in the state, according to the OSAA. Henley ranked at 16, Klamath Union at 19. Those rankings begin to matter at this point in the season when you talk about the playoff picture as Northcutt toes the line after being fouled. She will shoot two with under 4 to go in the second. Her team leads by 5, 19-14. The first free throw from Northcutt's no good. Only the Skyline Conference champion will certainly get a bid to the state playoffs. Other than that, most other teams in the conference, unless something dramatically changes at the top half of the state, the second place Skyline Conference team is going to have to go through the play-in round. And that's something that you don't necessarily want to do. It's just an extra game on the schedule that diminishes your chances of making it in the playoffs. It's a nice bucket from Keeley Hall on the other side. Makes the score 20-16. Campos, Parker, mid-range, good. Slavin bringing it up the floor along the right side. Brings it around again, top of the key, handing it to Pena, who's picked up by Martino. Coming around, thinks about a three, dribbles it through Martino's leg and then loses a handle. And travels on the floor. Coach Nahar voicing his discontent with that call. But it'll be all for naught as Campos brings it up the floor. Free throw line jumper from Harper is good. Her first 2 points of the game, 24-16. Alex Slavin to inbound. Lofting it ahead to Langley. She tips it, but it goes out of bounds. Possession Hornets. Pass goes over to Martino, 18 feet out. Kicks it over to Campos, but it goes out of bounds. And a foul against Martino on the inbound. 16 foul for the Hornets. They lead 24-16. 2.5 to go here in the first half. Kicks it out to Neese. Neese spinning around, trying to go baseline. Up with the shot, no good. Rebound is snagged by Northcutt in a battle for the basketball. It's a held ball and some sportsmanship being shown there, which you love to see. Will be Klamath Union ball underneath their own bucket. Lofting it to Neese. Loose ball picked up by Garcia. Slavin driving in, reverse layup off the glass. Rebound picked up by Northcutt. And now to Campos. Campos brings it up the floor. Bouncing it over to Parker. She steps back, shoots, and is fouled. So they're going to get Garcia hitting Parker on the arm. So Parker going to line for her first 2 free throws. Try to make it a 10-point game with 2:04 to go in the second. Parker's first free throw is good. Mahan in. And I believe that's Dianara Pena, who's also checked into the game. Second free throw on the way from Parker, no good. Rebound picked away by Northcutt. Parker comes away with it. She throws a hard pass to Martino, who drives inside, and a foul called against Mahan. That allows Martino to shoot 1-1. Seventh team foul for the Pelicans. First for Mahan. Martino at the line, shooting 1-1. She hits the first. Gets a second here, and that one is no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession goes to KU. Inbound pass to Pena. Dianara Pena brings it up the floor. Finally crosses the timeline. Kicking it over to Slavin. Slavin inside, gets the bucket and the foul. Melody Martino picks up her second foul. Ryan Maddox checks back into the game. She is playing with 2 fouls here in the second quarter. Alex Slavin a chance to make it a 3-point play and a 7-point ball game. Free throw is no good. Campos battles on the glass and gets the rebound. Bringing it up the floor. She goes inside with the floater, no good. Gets her own rebound, back up with the shot, no good. A third opportunity, and third time is the charm for Annie Campos. She has got 5 tonight. 30-18. Dakota Neese going to work inside against Harper, and Dakota Neese getting the bucket there. Her first of the game. Campos over to Parker. Parker from 18, no good. Pena gets the rebound. Bringing it up, Pena steps back, brings it around, thought about a 3, picked up by Maddox, and she is hounding her along the perimeter. Mahan has it. Now over to Neese. Neese bringing it around at the free throw line. Right block outside to Mendez and travels before she can get the pass off. Northcutt to inbound. Campos, head fakes, drives left side, up with the shot, off the glass. Beautiful shot there from Campos, but it's a charge. Wipe the bucket off the board. Annie Campos will not get that one. Score actually 28-20, so my apologies there. We'll get that fixed for you. Inbound pass is taken ahead by Slavin. 35 seconds, pass into the corner for Mahan. Mid-range jump shot, an incredibly late foul call on the mid-range jump shot. The shot's good, and a free throw coming up. Cassidy Mahan going to the line for one more after the 2-point bucket. And her free throw is no good. Score remains 28-22 with 30 seconds to go. Pass ahead to Parker. She puts it on the deck, throws it hard off the glass, and perfect amount of intensity for Parker there as she converts. Now a 6-point night for Parker and an 8-point ball game as Pena brings it up 15 seconds to go in the half. Pena crosses again, takes a screen, crosses half court, 10 seconds now. Pena drives inside, head fakes, throws it off the glass, and a beautiful shot from Pena. She knocks it out of bounds. That's an athletic play from the sophomore Dianara Pena. She's got the intensity to bring Klamath Union back into this game herself. As Campos, with 2 seconds now, fires from 30, can't get it to go. That'll be the buzzer for the first half. 30-24, Henley leads. Halftime next on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
At Bowers Construction, our mission statement is to enrich the lives of our customers and of our team. So we're trying to be the best construction company that we can be by bringing value to other people's lives. So the work we provide is basically from foundation to roof in residential, and we work in commercial construction. Find our Bowers Construction Facebook page, or just give us a call. It's 541-205-1464. We are a licensed contractor at CCB 188923.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Klamath Honda and Klamath Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
And welcome you back to Pell Court for tonight's Skyline Conference game between the Klamath Union Pelicans and the Henley Hornets varsity girls. Tonight, Henley leads after one half, 30-24. They are led in scoring by Ryan Maddox with 9 points tonight. 8 points for Jewel Northcutt, 6 for Holly Parker, 5 for Annie Campos, 2 for Anna Harper, and 1 for Melody Martino, your scorers for the Henley girls this evening. And for the Klamath Union Lady Pelicans, DNR Apena leads them with 10 points, 4 for Anna Mendez, and then after that it's 2-point buckets for everyone else. 2 from Keely Hall, Emma Langley, Cassidy Mahan, Alex Slavin, and Dakota Neese. Those are your scorers for the Klamath Union Pelicans. Klamath Union hasn't had a lot of luck from the free throw line outside of DNR Apena, who's 3 for 4 tonight. The rest of the team is 0 for 3 from the penalty stripe. And for for Henley tonight, they have had a pretty decent night at the free throw line. Let's see here, only 2 misses in 8 attempts, 6 for 8 for the penalty stripe tonight. So they have done a fairly decent job this evening as a team. Most of those free throws coming off the hand of Jewel Northcutt, who has 8 points tonight. They're hoping to continue that hot streak because she had 19 back on Tuesday for the complete game. Looking for more from her in the second half as Henley looks to hold on to a lead. Means a lot when you talk about the state playoffs. We will talk about those state playoffs as we continue the halftime show next on mybasin.com. After 16 minutes, leads Klamath Union 30-24.
On Top Tree Services have one of the highest buckets in town. No job too small, no tree too tall. Operating since 2017, this crew's ready for your land clearing, tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and fire prevention. On Top Tree Services offers same-day estimates. I can't mention this enough. If a tree falls on your house or vehicle, they offer a 24/7 emergency tree or limb removal. Give them a call today at 541-882-8707. On Top Tree Services, fast, easy, and reliable. CCB 216014.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
We got t-shirts flying through the air here at Pell Court. They are launching them right at us, so if you see them, let's see, they're right at half court, tossing things around. They did have like a slingshot out here a minute ago. Let's see if they use it. They're talking about it. We'll get it for you here in a minute. I want to take a moment now to look at the playoff picture in the state of Oregon. Both these teams battling for position in the Skyline Conference. Henley's a game back of Mazama. Klamath Union is a game back of Henley. That was a fastball, goodness. All right, back to the standings. So Mazama leads 6-2 in the conference. 5-3 is Henley and Hidden Valley. These Pelicans are 4-4, 10-10 on the season. North Valley is 2-6, as is Phoenix. So when you talk about how the playoffs are going to work, you've got 6 conferences in the state of Oregon. All 6 state champions get an immediate berth into the 16-team bracket. So there you have your 8. The other 8 teams are decided in a play-in tournament. So you have those 6 conference champions, 2 more at-large bids. There's your 8 teams. Then you have 16 teams selected in a play-in round. Those 16 get trimmed down to 8. Those 8 go to the state playoffs. They play the first round of the state playoffs on March 4th or 5th, and the state tournament is held March 10th through the 12th. So when you look at the Skyline Conference, the winner of the conference is going to the state tournament. We're unlikely to get an at-large bid in this conference. So you're going to send teams like Henley and Hidden Valley probably to the play-in game. Klamath Union right now would be on the outside looking in, ranked 19th in the state, but you could see them potentially snag a play-in game even if they finish 3rd in the conference. It would take that. It would take knocking off Hidden Valley for that 3rd place spot. Now again, where their only game happening tonight in the Basin or in the conference at all, tomorrow night Hidden Valley plays Phoenix. That game is going to be very important when we talk about the playoff ability for both of these teams that are here tonight. We'll talk about it again in the post-game show when we know for sure one way or another which team is victors, and we'll get a better idea of how the state playoff picture shapes up. Right now, though, Henley leads 30-24. One more break at half, and then we're ready for the 3rd quarter next on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Getting ready for the 3rd quarter here in just a few moments from Pell Court on the campus of Klamath Union High School. Good evening, everybody. My name is Josh Eldridge, joined by Nick Bradford, running the live stream tonight. The score after 2 quarters, 30-24. The Henley Hornets lead. They're on the road tonight. They beat this team last time they matched. That was back on February 1st. And it was a Henley 50-44 win over these Lady Pelicans. And we took a look at the playoff picture not too long ago. And this is an important game. All these games down the stretch are. Again, this is the 9th of 10 games in the Skyline Conference regular season. On Tuesday, Henley hits the road. They play Phoenix. And Klamath Union is going to visit Mazama on Tuesday. So those are the final 2 games of the season, or final games of the season for each of these teams, I should say. But tonight still matters here at Pell Court. These teams playing like it right now. The Hornets start with the ball. They are led in scoring by Ryan Maddox, who you see with the ball now. Maddox kicking it over to Sharp. Sharp spinning around, kicking it outside to Maddox. He's thought about a long 3. Over to Parker. Now to Campos. Campos getting it inside to Northcutt, who puts it on the deck and will not get the bucket. Sharp got the rebound, puts it back up, no good. And Pena clears the glass for the Pelicans. Dianara Pena with a beautiful behind-the-back dribble goes up and a charge. Yeah, they're going to call a charge on Pena. Pena is leading all scorers tonight with 10 points. She has been the sole producer so far tonight for Klamath Union. The next leading scorer on her team is Anna Mendez with 4. Campos kicking it near side for Madeline Sharp. Mid-range shot won't go. Garcia gets the rebound. Ahead to Ana Mendez. Mendez back to Pena. Gets inside the free throw line. Passes it back outside to Mendez. Mendez bouncing it inside to Hall. Off the glass. No good. Campos with the rebound and a foul. Foul charge to Dianara Pena. Those are 2 quick fouls for Pena here in the third quarter, and she is going to check out of the game holding her side. That's not a good sign. Slavin checking in for her. Dianara Pena looks to be in a little bit of pain on the sideline. Hope the best for her as Campos brings it up. Left-hand layup, no good. Campos tries to rip it away. And it'll be Garcia bringing it across the timeline. Garcia in the corner to Mahan. Mahan putting it on the deck, driving inside, spinning around, out to Garcia for 3, and that's cash. Garcia strikes with her first 3 points of the night. Campos tries to answer back, no good. Garcia gets the rebound. So the score 30-27 with 6.5 to go in the third. Henley still leads. And so the pass near side to Mendez. She takes a screen, thought about a 3, dishing it inside to Slavin. Slavin back outside to Hall. Hall back to Mendez. She dribbles into the perimeter. Pass inside to Hall. She takes a step to the rim, and we've got a 1-point game. 4 points tonight for Hall, 30-29. 6:04 to go in the third. Campos kicking it near side to Maddox. Maddox throwing it over to Campos. She shoots from 18. Campos won't go. The tip-in attempt down low from Sharp won't go either, and it'll be Klamath Union ball with a chance at the lead with 5:54 to go in the third. And so Garcia brings it up. Now to Slavin. Slavin trying to drive inside, will get fouled on her way to the hoop. And so Alex Slavin heading to the line. She is 0 for 1 from the free throw line tonight. Only 1 attempt in the first half. She gets a second shot here and a third shot. First attempt, friendly bounce. Tie game, 30-all, 5:41 to go in the third. And so the second free throw on the way from Slavin. That one is also good. Klamath Union has taken a lead there on a 5-0 run. No, pardon me. This would make it a 7-0 run to start this quarter. Henley can't answer there. Slavin with the rebound. Klamath Union rolling up the floor. The pass taken away by Campos. She's bringing it up, trying to end this 7-0 run. Step to the rim, off the glass, no good. Rebound, Klamath Union. Sam Garcia ahead to Mendez. She kicks it over to Mahan, going up with the shot, no good. And Northcutt gets the rebound. She's racing up the floor. She's going to pulling the reins a little bit. Kicking it to Campos. Campos zipping it inside to Sharp. She takes a nice step to the rim, and Henley answers back. And they take the lead back as well. That was Sharp. Her first 2 points of the night. All right, Mendez has it now, kicking it to Garcia for 3. Bank shot, no good. Keely Hall gets the rebound and is fouled. Fourth foul for Madeline Sharp. She's in a bit of trouble. Likely not going to see her again until the fourth quarter. She picked up 2 in the first quarter. Didn't see her too much in the first half after that. And she picked up 2 quick ones here in the third as the first free throw is good to tie things up from Keely Hall. So Dakota Neese into the game. Emma Langley into the game. Maddox back for the Hornets. Second free throw is good from Hall, and Klamath Union takes the lead back. Campos crossing left, driving inside, up with the shot, and a foul. They're going to get Aaron Garcia on the foul. That'll be her second foul, KU's third team foul, and Annie Campos heads to the line. 1 for 2 already tonight. She's got 5 points in the game. Free throw from Campos is good. Tied back up at 33. Cassidy Mahan into the game for Dakota Neese. Second free throw, no good. Clangs off the rim, ripped away by Keely Hull. And Cassidy Mahan bringing it up the floor. Mahan dishing it to Slavin. Slavin slows things down. Spinning around, trying to maybe find Garcia. Has a lane to the rim. Underhand toss to Langley. Driving baseline and tied up along the baseline. Possession goes to the Hornets. Annie Campos bringing it up. She goes right. Bounce pass outside to Maddox for 3. Back iron, no good. Annie Campos will foul in transition. Another foul on Campos. That's her second, third team foul for Henley as they will inbound it right underneath us. Inbound pass going to Langley. Langley over to Garcia, who spins around, bouncing it back outside to Langley. Langley brings it inside and shoots 2. And she will head to the line. Langley 2 points on the night. She's getting her first and second opportunity at the line here. A chance to give her team the lead. Her first free throw is nothing but net. On the way down, Klamath Union takes the lead 34-33. Parker in for the Hornets. Langley on the shot, no good on the free throw, and Henley grabs the rebound. Tied up, Northcutt is going to be tied up. Jump ball possession, Klamath Union. Timeout called by Coach Denson. We'll take 1-2. 3:54 to go in the third. 34-33. Klamath Union has seized the lead in the third.
On Top Tree Services, one of the highest buckets in town. No job too small, no tree too tall. Operating since 2017, this crew's ready for your land clearing, tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and fire prevention. On Top Tree Services offers same-day estimates. I can't mention this enough. If a tree falls on your house or vehicle, they offer a 24/7 emergency tree or limb removal. Give them a call today at 541-882-8707. On Top Tree Services, fast, easy, and reliable. CCB 216014.
Welcome you back to the third quarter tonight from Pell Court. 34-33. Lady Pelicans lead. They have come surging back here in the third quarter. They have outscored the Hornets 10-3 in this third quarter. Inbound pass to Langley. 3, no good. Northcutt with the rebound. Harper bringing it up. And she gets it to Campos. Nice pass. Campos zipping it over to Parker. Parker at the free throw line. Back outside to Campos. 4-3, no good. She follows up her own shot. Goes back up with it, no good. A third opportunity. She cashes in on the third try. Henley takes the lead back, 35-34. 2 more points from Campos. She's got 8 tonight. Dianara Peñas checked back into the game for KU. She kicks it ahead to Slavin. Outside to Mahan. Mahan now to Peña. She thought about 3. Driving at the free throw line. Takes an extra step and the shot's no good. Loose ball on the rebound, picked up by Slavin. Now over to Peña. Peña with a shot. That's a beautiful shot there from Peña. As the Pelicans take the lead back, and another made bucket on the other side for Henley. Klamath Union tried to answer back, can't get it done. Pass goes to Langley for three, no good. Klamath Union will have the ball go out of bounds. Campos bringing it up the floor. Top of the key to Martino. Martino bouncing it to Parker. The shot's blocked by Garcia, and Klamath Union in transition. Pena slows things down, makes a move to the rim, and a charge. Pena is incensed. She's got no idea how she picked that one up, and she's going to take a seat on the bench, maybe? And she will. She's going to take a seat. Fourth foul for Pena, and that's a tough one to swallow for her. Fourth foul with 2 minutes to go in the third. You don't love to see that from Pena. She's upset about it. Didn't think that was a charge. Regardless, that's the call made. Campos brings it up the floor. That shot's good. Campos on the make. She's got 10 tonight. Inside to Hall, goes up with the shot. That's no good. Klamath Union pressuring this Henley offense. Campos running up the floor. Inside the paint. From 10, no good. Gets her own rebound. Trying to go back up with it. Battling down low. Ball picked away. Cassidy Mahan and Mendez in transition. Mahan takes it herself. Misses the layup. Kicks it back outside to Garcia. Right block. Tied up by Campos and a foul. Non-shooter. Campos picks up her third foul, and she's in a bit of trouble, though nothing to worry about quite yet until she picks up that fourth. And to inbound is going to be Garcia. Garcia tries to get the inbound pass in, but Campos knocks it away. Bouncing it in, and Hall gets it. A minute 26 to go in the third. A held ball. No, that's so a held ball. Hornets take possession. They lead by 3, 39-36. A minute 24 to go in the third quarter. Timeout, Coach Nahar will take 1-2. Hornets lead 39-30.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Welcome back. We're in the third quarter, 39-36. A minute 24 to go in this frame, and Henley leads in this one. They came into this quarter leading by 6. Klamath Union took the lead back. They traded a couple times, and now Henley has built themselves back up to a 3-point lead. And you can see the KU cheer team. And the cheer team has a couple of championships hanging up in the rafters here. I'm trying to... Kind of looks like cheerleading a championship in 2015. And then possibly, I think that's the most recent one for the KU cheer team. All right, Henley starts with the ball on the right side of the floor. And Campos brings it up the floor. Now over to Harper, Harper to Martino. Martino bouncing it into Northcutt, who goes up with the shot high off the glass for Northcutt. And that one falls. Jewel Northcutt with 10 points tonight. Those are her first of the second half. And so Cassidy Mahan bringing it up the floor. Mahan to Garcia. Garcia passing it to Garcia. 50 seconds to go in the quarter. Mahan now, right side wing, bringing it inside. Pass goes outside to Hall from 18. Back iron, no good. Campos will bring it ahead for the Hornets. Has it picked away by Garcia. Mahan comes up with the loose ball. Bounces it ahead to Garcia in transition and goes out of bounds. Now it's more of a throw than a bounce, although a bounce pass probably would have been the best course of action. Inbound pass to Campos. Henley might be content to take the final shot of the period with 18 seconds to go. They lead by 5, 41-36. Campos gets the ball back. Martino bouncing it back to Campos. Campos looked at the rim, loses a handle. Possession stays with Henley with 5 seconds to go. So Henley's going to try to create a quick shot to end the period. Campos runs around some screens, inbound pass to Northcutt, and Klamath Union picks it up. 4 seconds now. Garcia with 2 seconds. She heaves up a shot and decides against it, actually. It looks like she was getting ready to chuck one up. But Henley leads by 5, 41-36, going into the final quarter on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Welcome back to Pell Court, 41-36 the score. The Hornets lead as we enter the fourth quarter. The Skyline Conference game, a win here for Henley would keep them in the playoff conversation. For Klamath Union, it would all but eliminate them if they lose. Garcia brings it around. Long two is good. 4 points tonight for Garcia. Campos over to Maddox, who's checked into the game. The 5 on the floor for the Hornets. Campos, Sharp, Harper, Northcutt, and Campos. 41-38, 7.5 to go in the fourth. Again, after tonight's game, the varsity girls game at least, we will have coverage of the boys game right here on MyBasin.com and also on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Campos takes the inbound pass, dishes it out to Sharp, zipping it to Northcutt. 3, no good. Sharp gets the rebound, throws it back up. Campos gets that miss and is fouled on the putback. Garcia picks up her first 6th team foul for KU. Campos' free throws no good. Second one coming up for Annie. Is no good as well. Rebound battled for by Sharp. She saves it, gets it to Campos. Campos drives, free throw line jumper, that's good. So hey, if you can't make him standing still, why not make him as a running floater for Annie Campos? She's got 12 points tonight and a foul on the other side. Charge the foul to Jewel Northcutt, her third. Keely Hall to the free throw line. She's 2 for 2 tonight from the penalty stripe. Each of her free throws in this second half, and that free throw's no good. Hall's second free throw on the way. That one is good. 4-point game, Keeley Hall on a 1-for-2 trip. Campos throwing it ahead to Maddox in transition, and she's fouled. Foul charge to Keeley Hall. That'll be her third. And Ryan Maddox goes to the line. She had 9 points, 7 of them in the first quarter. And she has not scored in the third. Still with 9 after the first half. That free throw is good. Taking her first and second shots of the night. Ryan Maddox was 1 for 6 on Tuesday night from the free throw line. She's already 1 for 1 here, trying to make it a perfect 2 for 2. And she does not. So the score remains 44-39. And Klamath Union brings it up the floor. It's Mahan. Taking it over to Garcia. Garcia comes around, steps into a 3, no good. Dakota Neese grabs the rebound, drives baseline, goes up with the shot and gets fouled. Dakota Neese tonight has got 2 points. Klamath Union has made every single free throw this half, save for 1, as Keeley Hall. So they are, by my count, 4, 5, 6 for 7 in the second half. And after that made free throw, 7 for 8 in this half. Klamath Union only shot one free throw in the entire first half. And getting to the penalty stripe has helped them quite a bit in this second. Dakota Neese's second free throw is no good. Ball goes out of bounds on the rebound. It'll be Henley basketball. 4-point game, 6:49 to go in the fourth. Annie Campos crossing left, handing it to Maddox. Maddox tries to find some room, has the ball knocked out of her hands on the shot. Trying to save it from going out of bounds. Instead, just throws it out herself. And so it'll be KU basketball. Slavin bringing it up the floor. Picked up by Sharp. Now to Garcia. Garcia going left around the screen. Dribbles it off her foot. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession Hornets. Pass ahead to Maddox. Inside to Martino from about 6 feet out. That's good. Back up to a 6-point game, and Martino picks up her 3rd point of the night. She had 1 made free throw in the first half. Slavin spins around. Mahan in the near corner. Getting it into Neese, who spins around to her right. High fadeaway jump shot, no good. Martino gets the rebound. Martino over to Harper for 3, no good, but Campos is there to clean up the boards. 48-40 after that made shot there. 5:42 to go in the final quarter. Campos almost picked away the pass in transition, but Slavin will bring it up the floor. Slavin bringing it right, backs up, kicks it to Neese. Neese at that left elbow. Kicking it back to Garcia. Garcia is tied up, and possession goes away to the Hornets.
Returning to the Pelicans, Garcia, Hall,
Campos brings it up the floor, passes it over to Harper. Harper over to Maddox. Maddox, a long 2 is no good. Sharp gets the rebound, puts it back up and in. Sharp's got 4 points tonight, all of them in the fourth quarter. It's a 10-point game with 5 to go in the fourth, 50-40. Garcia hassled by Maddox, handing it to Pena, who's checked back into the game. Pena so far tonight has got 12 points. What would have been a nice pass into Keeley Hall will bounce off of her hands and go out of bounds. Campos thinks about going left, goes right. Now over to Harper. 4-3. That one won't go either. Pena gets the rebound, trying to get it ahead to Langley, and does. Langley racing up the floor, goes up with the shot, no good. And Harper comes away with the rebound. Campos going to take it across the timeline. Henley's hurrying up a bit now to Maddox near side. 4:20 to go in the ball game. 10-point game. Harper goes up with the shot, won't go. Hall with the rebound. Now to Pena. Pena thought about a three, guarded by Martino. Now to Nice. Nice puts it on the deck, kicks it outside to Langley. Langley backs up. Inside to Pena in the double team. Pena now triple teamed, tries to spin around, and still bothered. Battles through it all. The shot's up, no good, and Sharp gets the rebound. Keeley Hall steals it back, gets the bucket and the foul. Keeley Hall. You know, back in my days of broadcasting Klamath Union sports, Keeley Hall, who's a sophomore this year, freshman last year, obviously, a varsity player, didn't get a lot of chances on the offensive side of the ball, but man, she battled on the glass. She plays defense, and now an improved role in this team. She's a starter. 6, 7, 8, 9 points tonight. And a chance to make it 10 after that made bucket there. It's no good. Keeley Hall gets her own rebound, pump fakes, goes back up, gets fouled. Oh, a charge. Yikes. So Northcutt will inbound underneath the bucket. Campos brings it up. Trying to go left with it. Kicks it over to Martino, top of the key. Martino throwing it to Maddox. Maddox has a lane to the rim, goes up, and a foul is going to be called by Maddox to the line. Second foul on Mahan. Maddox so far tonight, 1 for 2 from the penalty stripe. Timeout called by Klamath Union. Will take 1-2, score 50-42. With 3:27 left to go in the fourth. We'll have more of the MyBasin.com Game of the Week next.
Trying to lose some weight and get in shape? Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club provides a clean and friendly workout environment with professional and experienced staff to help you achieve your goals. They offer state-of-the-art equipment, indoor tennis and pickleball courts, certified personal trainers, tons of group exercise classes. They're the best exercise facility in the Klamath Basin. Plus, they now have a smoothie bar to give you a nutritious boost after your workout. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
Back in the fourth quarter, 50-42 the score. Henley leads with 3:27 to go in the ball game. A win here would keep playoff dreams alive for the Hornets. For the Pelicans, it would almost certainly crush them. As we take a look at the conference standings, Klamath Union, this would put them a game under 500 with only 1 to go. They are 4-4 on the season. For Henley, if they're able to hold on, still 8-point game with 3.5 to go, but if they're able to hold on, it would bring them within half a game of Mazama. Maddox at the free throw line here. She's shooting 2. She misses her first. Second free throw coming up for Ryan Maddox is no good. Keeley Hall battles on the glass, and Dianara Pena is going to bring it up. If anyone's going to will the Pelicans back into this game, it's going to be number 13 for the Pelicans. Shot from Garcia, no good. Campos with the rebound. Racing up the floor, bouncing it ahead to Parker. Off the glass, no good. Campos cleans up the mess. 10-point game. Campos has had an explosive second half. 11 points for her in this half, 16 for her on the game. Pena, long three, banks it in. 15 points tonight for Dianara Pena as she tries to heat back up. brings her team back within 7. Pass outside to Maddox. Out of Campos. Campos puts it on the deck in the double team, loses a handle, and a foul called. Charge it to Mahan. And so Campos will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. So far tonight, Campos is 1 for 3 from the free throw line. Cannot convert there. Garcia in for the Pels as she replaced Garcia. Second free throw from Annie Campos. That one is no good. Rebound KU. Sam Garcia on her senior night, bringing it up in transition. Steps into a 3. It's good. Sam Garcia tonight, 7 points. Annie Campos trying to answer back. Underhand layup. That is no good. Campos slices away, gets her own rebound. That shot's no good. Out of bounds. Last touch KU. And a couple of threes tighten up this game. Now just a 4-point ball game, 2 to go. And Coach Denson wants time. 52-48 Henley.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
2:07 to go. 4-point ball game, 52-48. Klamath Union won't go away. Down by 6 to start this half. They crawled back to take a lead early in the third. Henley battled back, extended the lead back out to 10. And Klamath Union is now on a 6-0 run on 2 made 3-pointers from Dianara Pena and Sam Garcia. It's going to take some perfect ball down the stretch for Henley to close out this team that is scrappy. They are hungry. They are playing for their playoff lives tonight. A win tonight won't guarantee Klamath Union a trip to the playoffs, but it will keep hopes alive. Inbound pass to Campos. She spins around, up off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound. That one won't go. A third shot, no. Pena with the rebound. Stolen away by Campos. And she throws it out of bounds. She tried to draw a foul. Coach Denson's asking for it, but Craig Caldwell right there to not make the call, probably the right one. Pena throwing it ahead to Mendez, who's checked into the game. She's trying to take it coast to coast, off the glass, no good. Northcutt gets the rebound for Henley. Loose ball, picked away by Mahan, and a foul. Wow, Cassidy Mahan charged with a foul. That's her 4th. And free throws coming up for Northcutt. KU student section voicing their distaste for that call. Couple of free throws here for Northcutt would go a long way. She is 4 for 5 from the line tonight, and good there. 11 points tonight for the sophomore. And another free throw on the way is good. Back up to a 6-point game. 54-48, 1:41 to go in the game. Dianara Pena bringing it up. All of Henley's defense focused on number 13. Pena bothered by Maddox. She can't get around. Pena creates some space. Goes back right inside, off the glass, no good. Rebound snagged by Campos. Henley can afford to slow things down. Campos brings it across the timeline in the double team. She creates some space. Going inside and a travel. And Denson is upset. Turnover for the Henley Hornets, 54-48, a minute 14 to go in the game. Inbound pass to Slavin. Slavin bringing it up the floor, bringing it around left side. She kicks it out to Mahan. Mahan from mid-range, a high floater, no good. Rebound picked away by Campos. Now a minute to go in a 6-point game. Klamath Union's going to have to create a takeaway. In fact, they're just going to foul her and send Campos to the line, who has had trouble tonight. First foul for Mendez. Shooting 1-1 is Annie Campos. Or, pardon me, she's shooting 2. The first free throw misses is Klamath Union in the double bonus. Annie Campos has made 2 free throws tonight. She's 2 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here's her 10th free throw, as a matter of fact. So now she is 2 for 10. Madeline Sharp follows it up with a rebound. Pass goes back outside to Maddox. And Maddox bouncing it to Campos. Back to Maddox, 45 seconds now left to go in the game. They're going to foul Maddox. Maddox has also had her troubles from the charity stripe tonight, 1 for 4. Maddox 10 points tonight, 9 in the first half. Held to 1 point here in the second on 1 made free throw. That one's good. Extends it to a 7-point game. Maddox's second free throw is also good. 8-point game. Klamath Union trying to work quickly. Pass goes outside to Garcia. Garcia trying to step back, create room beyond the perimeter. She's got to shoot quickly. Loses a handle. Maddox with the takeaway. 1-on-2 in transition. She's going to kick it back outside to Campos. They've got a fouler. Campos is going to battle through a little bit of contact. No foul yet. She almost loses it. And finally is wrapped up by Mendez. Campos heads to the line with 15 ticks on the clock. And the free throw is no good. She has had her struggles the last few games from the free throw line. Has not made a free throw since the very beginning of the third quarter. She's 2 for 11. This is her 12th free throw opportunity. Gets that one. 57-48. 13 seconds to go. Mahan outside to Garcia. Garcia inside to Hall, 8 seconds. Hall passing it inside to Mahan, loses a handle on it. Hall gets the loose ball and gets fouled with 2.9 to go. Jewel Northcutt fouls out of the game, but a fantastic game for the sophomore. 11 points tonight, as she exits with just 3 seconds to go in a game that is already decided. Need free throw from Keely Hall, or at least her first one is good. Four for 6 from the line tonight for Hall. Here's her 7th opportunity. That one's also good. It'll be Hornets ball. 3 seconds to go. Lofting it ahead. Mahan takes it away. Steps into a 3. No good. And with 1.3, we stop the clock once more. It'll be Henley ball. And are they ending the game? Okay, they're calling the game. 57-50 the final. Henley wins. We're going to take a break, come back, and tell you what this means for the playoffs, which is just a couple of short weeks away. That's up next on mybasin.com.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
At Bowers Construction, our mission statement is to enrich the lives of our customers and of our team. So we're trying to be the best construction company that we can be by bringing value to other people's lives. So the work we provide is basically from foundation to roof in residential, and we work in commercial construction. Find our Bowers Construction Facebook page, or just give us a call. It's 541-205-1464. We are a licensed contractor at CCB 188923.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Klamath Falls Honda and Klamath Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them, and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Welcome back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. Is the final score tonight for the girls varsity contest, 57-50. Leading scorer tonight for Henley was Annie Campos with 17, followed up by 12 from Ryan Maddox. 12 also for Jewel Northcutt tonight. 6 points for Holly Parker, 4 for Madeline Sharp, 3 for Melody Martino, and 2 for Anna Harper. For the Klamath Union Lady Pelicans, 15 points tonight for Dianara Pena, 10 for Keely Hall, 7 for Sam Garcia, 4 for Alex Slavin and Anna Mendez, 3 for Dakota Neese, and 2 for Cassidy Mahan. For Henley tonight, this win bumps them up to 6-3 in Skyline Conference play within a half game of the Mazama Vikings. For Klamath Union tonight, unfortunately, they have fallen out of playoff contention with this loss, falling a game under 500. They are now 5-4 in conference play. Henley still has a dream of a conference title, only a half game back of first place. The conference champion gets an immediate berth into the 16-team playoff that begins on March 4th. March 4th and the 5th. The goal is to get to the state championship March 10th through the 12th. Henley still has an opportunity to be there, if not as a Skyline Conference champion, definitely as a play-in team. Talk about the playoffs just a little bit. 6 conference champions get an immediate berth into the 16-team championship and tournament. 2 at-large bids make up 8 teams, and then 16 teams get seeded into a play-in round, where 16 gets trimmed down to 8. Those 8 teams challenge the other 8 that got immediate berths into the tournament. There's your round of 16 right there that's played on March 4th through the 5th. And then March 10th through the 12th is the state tournament. That's what Henley could still get to. Klamath Union, unfortunately, they are out of playoff contention after this loss, 57-50 the final. The boys varsity game is next. We're going to take a intermission and come back a few minutes before senior night tonight at Pell Court. The Henley Lady Hornets still in playoff contention. They win 57-50. We'll be back with boys varsity action in about 10 minutes. Welcome, basketball fans, to another edition of Henley Hornets basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports with live HD video on mybasin.com. Tonight, the undefeated 8-0 Henley Hornets in Skyline Conference play are on the road taking on the Klamath Union Pelicans. Good evening, everybody. My name is Josh Eldridge. I'm joined tonight by Nick Bradford running the live stream. We are coming to you live from Pell Court on the campus of Klamath Union High School for this Skyline Conference affair between the Hornets and the Pelicans. Again, I mentioned Henley, undefeated in league play. They are Skyline Conference champions. They decided that a couple of nights ago back at home on Tuesday when they dispatched Mazama 59-52. Klamath Union, meantime, well, they are still considered potentially in the playoff race with a couple of wins down the stretch. This is game number 9 of 10. We play tonight, we play Tuesday. Still plenty on the line for both of these squads. Again, Henley already conference champions. They have clinched a playoff spot. But you play for pride when you come to Pell Court. This is a rivalry, make no mistake about it. Last time these two teams played came down to the absolute wire and then some. 4 quarters couldn't decide it in the Hornets' nest. So we went to overtime on February 1st, a game in which Klamath Union won 64-61. Will we see more of the same tonight? Only time will tell. We are just a few minutes away from tip-off tonight. It is also senior night here at Pell Court. We are going to tune in to Rob Kaufman honoring the Klamath Union seniors when the time comes tonight. Rob Kaufman doing the PA tonight. He is also the, well, I should probably get this right for Rob Kaufman. He is the track and field coach for Klamath Union as well during the springtime. But we'll be tuning into him a little bit later on tonight. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be pretty close to senior night festivities and, of course, starting lineups and tip on mybasin.com. On 104.3 and 960 Sports, the Hornets and the Pelicans are next.
On Top Trees have one of the highest buckets in town. No job too small, no tree too tall. Operating since 2017, this crew's ready for your land clearing, tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and fire prevention. On Top Tree Services offers same-day estimates. I can't mention this enough. If a tree falls on your house or vehicle, they offer a 24/7 emergency tree or limb removal. Give them a call today at 541-882-8707. On Top Tree Services, fast, easy, and reliable. CCB 216014.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
And we are back inside Pell Court tonight for this Skyline Conference matchup between the Henley Hornets and the Klamath Union Pelicans. Henley coming into play tonight 8-0, Klamath Union 5-3. This is the second of 2 games we've had here tonight. We, of course, had the varsity girls basketball game just a few minutes ago. You missed that one. It was a 57-50 win for the Lady Hornets. With that win, Henley pulled within half a game of the league champion, or excuse me, league first place right now, Mazama. Of course, it's a Thursday night here this evening, so we have to wait to see exactly what happens tomorrow when the rest of the conference plays. You talk about the girls' side of things, but Henley came away with a solid win. They were led by who else but Andy Campos with 17 points. Ryan Maddox had 12. Jewel Northcutt had 12 as well. Klamath Union was led in scoring by DNR Pena, the sophomore, but just couldn't get it done. Yeah, if you want to come on in. We're talking with Alex Stork right now, trying to get it. Are you able to sit back here, do you think, like behind us, and we'll just have you hand Nick's headset to you? I mean, yeah, if you've got a chair, do you want to stand? Yeah, I can stand. Okay. Oh, if you feel like it, sure, come on down. And so we're going to have Alex Stork joining us in the broadcast. Sorry about the brief interruption there, folks. We're a few minutes away from senior night as well. And I'll hand you the headset here, Alex. There you go, sir.
I don't mind taking a knee here. Maybe I'll just see how this is.
All right, so we'll have him in just a second on the pregame show on 104.3 and 960 Sports. But wrapping up the girls' broadcast, a good win for Henley. And Alex, actually a coach for the girls' team. We've been talking about this girls' game for just a second here. Obviously an assistant. How did you feel about this win tonight for your girls?
It was a good win. KU's really come on strong at the end of the year, and they have a couple really talented players. A big focus was keeping Pena off the glass at the end of the game, and she's so tough to keep her away from the basket. She does a great job. They had a ton of girls step up tonight. We're really thankful to finish the game because we struggled to do that the last couple of weeks.
All right, well, you guys get that win. Still, I think, in the race for the conference title, depending on what happens tomorrow night at Mazama, so you guys got that going for you. If you look at these boys, they're already sealed the deal as conference champions. They did it on Tuesday. They looked good, and hoping, obviously, I mean, you joined me last time these two teams played, double overtime. Could we be looking at the same thing? I mean, you know how Henley's been. Klamath Union, I'm sure, is hungry. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, absolutely. I know talking to Coach Hammond today that the number one focus, as it was last time, was trying to keep Macias out of the paint. So they got a couple new strategies in order to do so. They're going to do everything they can to limit him. It's hard as well as he shoots it from the three-point line, but if they can keep him out of the paint, dishing, I think they're going to be okay.
We've got senior night coming up in just a few minutes, and obviously Klamath Union has their seniors too, but you look at some of these guys from Henley who we weren't able to talk about a couple nights ago on their senior night. Drew Frank, Eli Hayes, Joe Sudi. Obviously Drew and Eli in the starting lineup, and Joe has been instrumental off the bench. What have you seen from these three guys and what they've brought to this team this season?
A lot of energy. All those guys have brought a lot of energy all season long. The continuity between the team, the depth that they've shown throughout the season, it's improved more and more as the season goes on. I think that's been a testament to the practices that they've had and the competition they've had in practice. So I look forward to seeing more of that tonight.
Going to take a 1-minute break here on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll be ready to honor the Klamath Union seniors on 104.3 and 9 Sports with video on mybasin.com. The Hornets and the Pelicans next.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Mauricio would like to thank his mother for always supporting him and doing whatever she has to do to make sure he and his siblings are okay. He would also like to thank his dad, who passed away a year ago, who helped him.
We're back on mybasin.com on 104.3 and 960 Sports. MyBasin.com game of the week between the Pelicans and the Hornets. It is senior night tonight here at Klamath Union High School. And we're going to take some time to honor the seniors right now. Mauricio Alexander already on the floor. Silas Dutra being introduced, and we'll let Rob Kaufman take it away.
White family, grandparents Marjorie and Mark Hoffman. Silas. Academic accomplishments include maintaining a 3.5 GPA all through high school. He plans on going to college to play football. This is his 4th year on the boys basketball team, and he is an all-sport athlete. Silas' favorite high school memory is when we used to box after school his sophomore year. He would like to thank his family and friends supporting him all through high school, and I won't let any of you guys down. Ladies and gentlemen, Silas Dutra. Our third senior, Fernando Gutierrez. And his mom and dad, Gabriel and Marcos, sisters, Mariela and Natalia, and girlfriend, Avery. Fernando has maintained himself on the honor roll and is heading into the workforce. He has been a 3-year varsity athlete. His favorite other activities are trapping and selling his mixtapes. He would like to thank his coaches, Von Wata and family, for pushing me to be the best he can be. Ladies and gentlemen, Fernando Gutierrez. Our next senior, Pablo Macias, escorted by his aunt, Ana Garcia, and LeVar and Evan. Pablo's academic accomplishments including passing elementary school. He has plans to further his education and athletic career, studying marketing and digital marketing. He is a 3-year letterman playing basketball. His favorite high school memory is the 2020 playoff game versus Cascade, when he stepped on the line and we won by 1. Pablo would like to thank his coaches for everything they've taught him, Evan and LeVar for spending the extra hours, and my mom for always getting me to practice in games and always pushing me to be better. Ladies and gentlemen, Pablo Macias. Our next senior, Jackson Murhoff, escorted by Mom Joy, Dad George, Sister Jillian, Grandma Donna, Grandpa Dave, and girlfriend Emily. Jackson is on track to receive an honors diploma and has maintained a 3.5 GPA. He plans on attending Oregon State University and then medical school to study pre-med and cardiology. Jackson is a 3-year letterman and also plays baseball and beach volleyball. Jackson's favorite high school memory is going to state for basketball his sophomore year. Jackson would like to thank his teammates for always being there through the wins and losses, his parents for putting up with him and always supporting him, his girlfriend for always being there for him and being his #1 supporter, and finally, his coaches for allowing me to come back after his injury to do what he loves. Ladies and gentlemen, Jackson Murhoff. Our final senior to be recognized tonight, Von Wata. With his parents, Mom Michon and Dad Steve, siblings and friends. Vaughn plans to take a year off from school and go the following year. He plans to get a bachelor's degree in sports management and has been a 2-year letterman. Vaughn's favorite high school memories are going to the Oregon basketball camp with coaches and teammates. Vaughn would like to thank his parents, Steve and Michon, his coaches, Ed, Evan and Liston, his friends, Chase, Dash, Casey, Fernando, Keenan, his teammates and other family friends for always supporting him. Ladies and gentlemen, Von Wata. Let's give one more round of applause for Mauricio Alexander Mathini, Silas Dutra, Fernando Gutierrez, Pablo Macias, Jackson Murhoff, and Von Wata.
Those are the seniors tonight for the Klamath Union Pelicans, and the seniors also for Henley. Talked about a bit ago, Drew Frank, Eli Hayes, and Joe Studi. I'll have you come back here, Alex, whenever you please. All right, just trying to get the situation up here in the press booth. It could get a little cramped up here. Got some tall fellas coming into the press booth. Just a few minutes away from tip-off tonight. There you go. And so the game tonight between Klamath Union and Henley. Alex, I'll welcome you back into the broadcast. A little cramped in here, but welcome in.
It's always good to be sitting next to my former track coach and teacher here.
So that's right. You went to school here. So, I had some people text me. I used to work for KU, obviously. They said, hey, man, you're a traitor. Expect a pie in the face or something when you show up here. Do you fear that when you come back?
Actually, I think I did at first, but the reception from all the friends and family and staff over the years has been so warm that ever since that first year, I've never even thought of it again. I get excited about coming back to see former coaches and former teachers that are still friends to this day. So not a hostile environment whatsoever.
Oh, but it can be when you're out there playing. I mean, this place gets jam-packed. For people who've never been to Pell Court, I mean, you can watch on the video all you want. It's an experience in this building for sure.
It is. I don't know if there's another place like it. I love playing at Henley, but I absolutely love coming to Pell Court. I loved playing here. I love watching games here. I can never get over how loud it gets in this gym. I don't know what it is about the way that it's set up, but it is so loud in here. Both student sections in the girls' game were loud. I'm not expecting anything different in this one.
Should be a lot of fun. So Henley undefeated. They are league champions. Klamath Union, they are on the verge. You could kind of flip a coin either way whether or not they make the play-in if the season ended today. But a lot on the line for this hungry Klamath Union team. I mean, we talked about what happened last time, a double overtime loss for them. You know that they're hungry coming into this game, Alex. What do we expect from Klamath Union tonight? You think a lot of perimeter shooting like we saw last time, or you think Ed Case has changed the game up?
Well, I think there was a lot of perimeter shooting the last game for KU, but they also did such a nice job of getting the ball into the paint and making some of those wraparound passes. I felt like Mauricio Alexander was a huge X factor the first time they played with his energy. Got a lot of 50-50 balls, which means the ball could have gone to either team. He came away with it. I felt like KU played with more effort than Henley for a lot of the game when they played a couple weeks ago. So I think a big push for the coaching staff this week has been, how do we get our guys to come out strong? How do we get them to come out fast? Because we know KU at home in front of this environment is going to come out strong, and they're going to come out fast.
A key for Henley, I mean, you look at their season totals, at least in conference play, talk about coming out fast and playing aggressive on defense. They're averaging 14 steals a game in conference play. That's an impressive number.
It is, and it's team defense. It's a lot of ball pressure. Their coaches talk about that a lot. That means there's not a lot of separation in between the person they're guarding, and then they have a lot of gap help too, which means the guy next to them is doing their job. So if they do get beat, he's right there to turn them back into him. So it's a team defensive concept. I know they're going to make a couple small adjustments from what they did the first time against KU, but expect nothing less from KU. Expect them to compete for the entire game. Expect them to come out swinging because, like you said, they're still jockeying for position in the play-in coming up in a couple weeks, so they need this one.
Absolutely. And you talk about team defense for Henley, team offense too. They share the ball so well, averaging 13 assists per game, 65 points per game, but their leading scorer is Blaine Boersma, who comes off the bench for this team, and that doesn't always happen unless you share the ball extremely well.
Blaine's done a great job. He's come off the bench, both sides of the ball. He's provided energy. I really feel like he's been the X factor this season for the Hornets, especially in league play.
He's got 12 points per game. Eli Hayes is averaging about 10. That last game against, on Tuesday night against Mazama, that one really came down to it. Henley trailed a lot of the game, but Eli really spearheaded that comeback in a lot of ways on his senior night. Big night for him. But coming from the point guard tonight, I think that Pablo-Eli matchup is probably going to be the one that wins or loses the game for either team.
It's a great matchup. Pablo's a great player, probably one of the best players in the Skyline, if not the state at our level. He does a great job. Eli all season long has been so under control for Henley. I've been so impressed with his maturation as a player. I was fortunate enough to be able to coach him when he was a freshman and to see him get better and better. And now this, his senior year, really being the catalyst to their team, being their floor commander out there. He's done such a nice job. It's a contrast in styles between him and Macias, so excited to see that play out tonight.
A minute away from starting lineups tonight. Just a quick, brief look at the Skyline Conference. Henley was crowned on Tuesday night as the conference champion, but Klamath Union and Mazama, they are still tied for that second place in the conference. When you look at how this has turned out for the boys, I mean, they're 5-3, Mazama's 5-3, they're tied for second. Phoenix is in fourth place technically, 4-4. Hidden Valley's 2-6, and North Valley is 0-6. We are the only game being played here tonight on a Thursday, but tomorrow the rest of the conference plays. It's going to be Phoenix visiting Hidden Valley and North Valley playing Mazama. You'd like to see Mazama playing Hidden Valley. Hopefully they could beat up on each other a little bit just for the sake of KU, but those are the matchups we have in front of us. And then, of course, on Tuesday you're going to have Henley playing Phoenix. and Klamath Union is going to be playing Mazama, so that will basically decide the second place in the Skyline Conference if both those teams hold on for the win.
Yeah, absolutely. You cannot take a night off in the Skyline Conference. I think we learned that, if anything, last week at Hidden Valley. Henley came in. They knew it was going to be tough. I don't think they knew it was going to be as tough as it was. So tonight's going to be no different. Going to be a tough game. It's going to come down to who can execute at the end of the game.
So we are almost ready for tip-off tonight. It looks like pink out night tonight at Pell Court for that student section. What we've got, Hawaiian night for Henley kids?
Hawaiian night, yep. They've been themed even away tonight. They got a theme.
And it looks like we are getting ready for the Star Spangled Banner here tonight from Pell Court, so we will stick around for that. Star Spangled Banner tonight performed by the Henley Band, and that drum line that sits right on the floor, Alex. You know they don't play during the game, but that drum line gets loud, and that's part of what makes this gym so electrifying.
There was nothing better in high school, in basketball and in football, than coming out behind that drum line. It was electrifying. I loved it. I know that my friends and I, we look forward to that about as much as anything on the night of games.
All right, so we got our starting lineups coming up tonight for the Henley Hornets. Number 4, a senior standing 6'1", Drew Frank. Number 10, a senior standing 5'8", Eli Hayes. A junior 6'1", number 14, Shaw Stork. Number 22, a junior standing 6'2", Owen Sheen. Number 32, a 6'4" junior, Austin Fitz. Your starting 5 for the Henley Hornets, coached by Luke Hammond. The starting 5 for the 2022 Klamath Union Pelicans. Number 0, a senior standing 6'5", Jackson Murhoff. Number 11, a senior 5'8", Pablo Macias. Number 14, another senior 6 foot tall, Silas Dutra. Number 20, a 6'4" senior, Fernando Gutierrez. And finally, number 30, a senior, Von Wata, standing 6'2". All the seniors except for Mauricio Alexander in the starting lineup tonight. And there we go. Hey, the video board's up in action. It was just playing ads a little bit ago, but it looks like they got starting lineups up there now. That's a pretty cool thing they've got here at Pell Court.
That's awesome. In the girls' game, I was getting a little distracted over there by some of the advertisements going on the board. So pretty cool that they got some of the players up there.
Klamath Union Pelicans, of course, coached by Ed Case. Would be remiss not to mention that man there, down there. He's turned this program around in the past about 4 seasons. He's turned him into a winner, and that's what they're trying to do tonight on their home floor. Klamath Union Pelicans tonight in their white uniforms with Pels written across the front with red numbering and black trim. Henley tonight in their road navy blue uniforms, Henley in cursive written across the front. Yellow numbering and lettering with white trim. All right, now Klamath Union wins the tip. They go from right to left. It's Gutierrez on the far side. Dutras now on the right. Passes it to Von Wata. Kicks it to Macias. Now on the near side. Jackson Murhoff, top of the key, over to Gutierrez. Gutierrez hassled by Frank, top of the key. He's going to hand it to Von Wata, who comes around. Dutra has the ball picked away from him by Austin Fitz. Fitz versus Wata in transition. Austin goes up with the left hand, misses the layup, and Murhoff snags the board. Klamath Union now coming up the floor. Macias looks to his coach for the play call, and he brings it around the left side. Now moving into the left corner, guarded by Sheen, tries to get it to Wata. Loose ball picked up by Gutierrez, now to Macias. Macias on the left side wing, bringing it around past the Murhoff screen, tries to get it into Murhoff at the free throw line, picked up by Gutierrez on the far side. Gutierrez bothered by Frank along the right wing, bouncing it into Pablo, into the paint, high off the glass, layup no good, and Fitz clears the boards. Austin Fitz this season averaging about 8 rebounds per game. All right, now Shaw, Stork on the other side, driving inside at the free throw line, kicks it out to Frank in the far corner. Frank lost Dutra for just a second, but all goes out of bounds. Eli Hayes to inbound. He gets it to Fitz, now to Sheen, top of the key, over to Hayes on the far side, picked up by Macias in the far corner. Stork at 18 feet out on the left side, kicks it out to Hayes. Hayes takes one step inside the three-point arc, off the glass, no good. Rebound picked up by Stork. Brings it around far side, tries to loft it into Eli. He picks up the loose ball. Eli Hayes back out on the outside. Hayes pump fakes to go to the right, now to Stork, top of the key. Stork takes it right at the free throw line. Hasselt kicks it back outside to Sheen, top of the key. Sheen's going to hand it to Frank on the right side wing, picked up by Dutra, puts it on the deck. Frank steps back, dishes it to Hayes. Hayes driving inside on the right block, outside to Sheen near corner. Sheen goes inside in the paint, left-handed layup, no good. Rebound snagged by Fitz, and as he comes down, it's a travel and a turnover. 6 to go in the first, still scoreless from Pell Court.
Really suffocating man-to-man defense on both sides to start the game. I've been impressed with KU's rotations. Henley's doing the same, making it hard to get into the paint.
Pablo Macias bringing it across the timeline for the Pels. Kicks it far side to Von Wata. Wata over to Macias. Macias brings it right out to Wata, far corner, back to Macias. Right wing, long three. Pablo claims that one. And the rebound skied for by Shaw Stork. He's wrapped up by Murhoff. And Stork in transition fires a fastball into Austin Fitz. Goes up for the shot. It is wiped clean by Jackson Murhoff.
Murhoff was a huge X factor when we played at Henley. A lot of rebounds, block shots, starting out really strong again tonight.
All right, Henley keeps the ball. Shaw Stork bringing it left. He kicks it to Frank, left corner. Head fakes a three, drives inside a couple steps, takes a shot and is fouled on the mid-range jumper. The bucket is no good, but Frank will get 2 opportunities at the line. Last time out for Drew was a 9-point game against Mazama on Tuesday. Had him on the post-game show. I asked him if he's focusing on the playoffs at all, and he said, nope. It's time to get back in the lab and focus on KU, and I think that's the attitude of this whole team right now.
I love it. One thing to focus on tonight as a fan is ball screen coverages. We talked about it a lot the last time they played. Talked to Coach Hammond today. The way that Henley's playing ball screens. KU loves the ball screen, especially with Macias up top. Expect to see Henley be really aggressive defending the ball screen tonight to turn Macias the other way.
Drew Frank goes 2 for 2 at the line. Now it's a 2-0 ball game with 5:22 to go in the first, and Henley leads. Gutierrez, top of the key, bothered by Frank, kicks it to Wata, left wing. Wata steps into the corner, zips it to Murhoff, top of the key, but Stork breaks up the passing lane. In transition, Shaw gets the bucket. He's been unlucky with those rolls the past couple games, but glad to see that one go down for Shaw. He's averaging 9 a game on the season. And so the score now 4-0 in favor of Henley. A 3 on the other side for Pablo Macias, no good. Gutierrez cleans up the loose ball and converts for KU. 4-2. Henley with 4:42 to go in the first. Stork making a move to the rim. A beautiful pass inside to Boersma that's knocked away by Gutierrez, and it'll be Pelicans ball as it goes out of bounds.
Nice hustle there from the Pels, sticking with it, forcing the turnover.
Pablo Macias kicking it to Von Wata. Wata, top of the key to Dutra, near corner for Pablo, 3, back iron, no good, rebound grab by Stork. Stork turning on the Jets, in transition, Macias fouls him on his way to the rim.
No, great play by Macias, looks like he poked it out, no foul.
Did he really?
Yeah, great hustle back. Active hands from Macias, poked the ball out of bounds. Great effort.
Timeout called by Coach Case, will take one too. The score 4-2, Henley with 4:18 to go.
On Top Tree Service have one of the highest buckets in town. No job too small, no tree too tall. Operating since 2017, this crew's ready for your land clearing, tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and fire prevention. On Top Tree Services offers same-day estimates. I can't mention this enough. If a tree falls on your house or vehicle, they offer a 24/7 emergency tree or limb removal. Give them a call today at 541-882-8707. On Top Tree Services, fast, easy, and reliable. CCB 216014.
And we welcome you back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 Sports. 4-2, Henley leads, 4:18 to go in the first. And they start with the basketball. Eli Hayes lofts one up to Sheen, top of the key. The student section's going at it. Sheen drives left side block, lays it up with that beautiful left-handed layup that he does so well.
Nice move by Sheen. Really had a great game on Tuesday night with the exclamation point at the end of the game. Finish it off. Huge Mazama win with a big dunk.
Pablo Macias working on the other side. He zips it to Ortiz. Now Wata, far corner. Now Ortiz gets it over to Macias. He brings it around right wing. Pablo tries to get it to Gutierrez. Picked up by Dutra, top of the key. Bouncing it into Ortiz, left block. Now to Wata, top of the key. Wata puts it on the floor. Kicking it over to Ortiz, left side wing. Beyond the arc, bouncing it to Macias. Still on the left side. Guarded by Boersma. Boersma hassling Macias beyond the arc, lofts one there to Dutra, and a nice pass by Macias, and the finish by Dutra gets Silas his first 2 points of the game, 6-4. Henley on the other side, Owen Sheen, right corner three, no good. And Klamath Union brings it back up the floor, 3:20 to go in the first. Henley leads 6-4. Dutra bouncing it out to Macias. Macias thinks about three, thinks twice, kicks it to Wata, left corner three, back iron, no good. Ortiz skies for the rebound. Now to Dutra, back to Pablo, thought about a three again from the left side. Takes the Gutierrez screen, kicks it over to Ortiz, now to Dutra far side. Dutra now back to Ortiz. Wata playing around the perimeter. Macias has it now left corner. Macias puts it on the deck, trying to bring it around. Steps back from 16, front iron no good. Boersma cleans up the loose ball. Now to Stork. Stork beyond the arc, puts it down, goes up, has the shot wiped clean by Ortiz, and steps out of bounds, trying to bring it up the floor. Substitution in for Henley is Austin Fitz and Luke Bennett check into the game for Drew Frank and Shaw Stork.
If there's anything I've seen so far defensively for Henley, it is do not let Wata Macias touch the ball open outside the three-point line.
Eli Hayes lofting one, top of the key to Bennett. Bennett picked up by Dutra, handing it to Hayes, steps into a three, no good. Rebound picked up by Zumwalt, who's checked into the game, the 6-foot junior. Now Macias bringing it up the floor, trying to drive left side, goes strong to the hoop, and soft touch for Pablo Macias. Ties us at 6 with 2.5 to go in the first. And a foul called. They're going to call it on Silas Dutra. And so Eli will inbound to Fitz, near side to Sheen, top of the key. He's going to find Hayes, far side. Hayes thought about a three, back to Bennett, left side wing. Bennett picked up by Dutra, crosses left, now back to his right. Left side block, outside to Hayes. Hayes brings it around the left side, goes right, now inside pass to Austin Fitz. Bodies up Antonio Ortiz and finishes strong at the bucket.
Really nice shot through contact. Had a tough angle, concentrated, knocked it down.
Jackson Zumwalt on the other side finds Antonio Ortiz beyond the arc. And now Zumwalt has it again. Macias near corner, brings it around. He's guarded by Boersma. Boersma latches on to Macias, guards him all the way 30 feet out. Now to Wata, far side. Wata takes a screen, brings it around top of the key. Now to Zumwalt, right side. Zumwalt throws it over to Macias, top of the key. Now Dutra, Von Wata near corner. Wata back to Zumwalt. Zumwalt fakes going right, steps left, goes to the rim, off the glass, no good. Rebound is going to be saved from going out of bounds by Sheen, picked up by Fitz. Fitz has the ball knocked away from him. It goes out of bounds. It is Pelican basketball. Eight to 6 the score. Henley leads, a minute 14 to go in the first. Defensive affair so far as Pablo Macias brings it across the timeline. Throws it over to Jackson Zumwalt, right side wing. He tosses it to Jameis Dutra behind the back dribble, almost lost himself. And now it's Von Wata in the near corner. Wata kicking it to Dutra. Dutra back to Wata, picked up by Hayes near corner. Now to Macias, left side wing. Ortiz kicks it to Zumwalt. Zumwalt Bringing it around, slowing things down for KU. He throws it to Macias. Contested three, near side, won't go. Owen Sheen grabs the rebound and a foul called. And we'll see who this ends up going against. It's going to be against Wata.
Everything for Macias tonight has been contested so far in this first quarter. They are not giving him any space on that three-point line.
No, and that's the only way you can defend him. The X factor last time, I think, was when Boersma started guarding him in the second half last time these two teams played. And who else is guarding him now but number 12? Boersma has it, just top of the key, about 25 feet out. Kicking it to Hayes. Hayes a little further. Takes the Bennett screen, decides to go left with it, top of the key. He throws it to Sheen, far side. Sheen zips it right back to Bennett, top of the key, now to Hayes, near corner. Henley taking their time as well. 13 seconds to go in the quarter. They're content to take the last shot. Bennett snagged by Dutra. Now to Eli Hayes. Hayes kicking it outside to Sheen, and he throws it right to the KU bench, and Sheen couldn't quite keep his hands on it. 5 seconds to go in the first, and KU will have the last shot. Ortiz bounces it to Macias. 4 seconds now in the first. Macias from half court won't reach the rim. Sheen heaves one a little bit further than Pablo got, but it's still no good regardless. We go to the second quarter with a score of 8-6. Henley leads.
On Tree Services, one of the highest buckets in town. No job too small, no tree too tall. Operating since 2017, this crew's ready for your land clearing, tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and fire prevention. On Top Tree Services offers same-day estimates. I can't mention this enough. If a tree falls on your house or vehicle, they offer a 24/7 emergency tree or limb removal. Give them a call today at 541-882-8707. On Top Tree Services, fast, easy, and reliable. CCB 216014.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool.
And welcome you back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 960 Sports. Henley leads 8-6 after one. Everyone who scored, it's only been one bucket. 2 points for Drew Frank, Shaw Stork, Owen Sheen, and Austin Fitz. No one player doing it all for Henley, and that's how they like it.
That's right. Really competitive first half. Both sides playing hard. Student section are in it tonight. Great environment here at Pell Court.
Henley starts with the ball to start the second quarter. Eli Hayes bringing it up. Bounces it to Bennett. Bennett trying to direct some traffic, bothered by Dutra. Kicks it to Hayes, now to Drew Frank, far side. Frank drives baseline, zips it out to Bennett. He thought about the corner three, goes inside, shot from 12, no good. Dutra skies for the rebound. Klamath Union now operating on the offense. Pablo Macias has it. He zips it over to Zumwalt. Zumwalt throws it over to Dutra. Dutra bothered by Hayes at the free throw line, bouncing it out to Wata. Wata now to Zumwalt, near corner, puts it on the deck, drives baseline, goes up with the right hand, no good. Bennett wipes it clean off the glass. And now up to Hayes. Hayes bouncing it in the far corner to Boersma. Boersma getting it inside to Shaw. Throws it top of the key to Frank. Frank driving inside, goes strong to the rim and finishes tonight for Drew Frank. He's got 4 points. That's his first made field goal.
Really nice move for Drew there. Slash to the lane, tough finish off the glass.
10-6, Henley with 7 to go in the second. Dutra's got it now top of the key. Corner for Macias. Macias driving baseline. He throws it out to Wata, far corner. Wata trying to do some damage inside. Bounces it back outside to Macias, near corner. Macias followed by Boersma the whole way. He tries to drive inside, tosses it to Wata inside the paint. And if Pablo's not going to score, he's going to distribute. Tough to take him out of the game entirely after that made bucket from Von Wata. Lane Boersma has on the other side. Stork kicks it out to Hayes. Now to Frank, far side. Frank slows things down a bit. Bennett now, Hayes to near side. Hayes, top of the key, thought about a three, throws it to Frank, who brings it top of the key. Now working on the left side block. He gets hacked by Macias. Loose ball picked up by Dutra. And so Dutra brings it across the timeline. He throws it to Macias, left side wing. That was Zumwalt bouncing it inside to Antonio Ortiz, who ties the game with a layup.
KU's done a really good job tonight of getting in the paint, jump stomping, dumping some pass off to their post for some easy layups.
Knotted at 10, under 6 to go in the second. Eli Hayes has himself an open look at three and splashes it. Eli Hayes gets his first three-point bucket of the night. The score 13-10 with 5:49 to go in the second. The Hornets lead. Coach Case wants timeout, and we'll take one.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Packed house tonight here at Pell Court. I look around, I'm seeing a couple friendly faces. I see my bosses in the building, so I got a little bit of pressure. But, man, it feels like just about everyone in town is here tonight. It's the only show in town on a Thursday.
It's a great environment, and I notice in our girls' game, it feels like the fans are sitting right on top of you. In your timeouts, it feels like you have 50 extra people in your huddle because they're hovering right over the top of you. So have to be a little bit more careful with some of the things you say in the huddles in game.
Come out of the timeout, 13-10. Henley leads, 5:49 to go in the second. The five on the floor for them: Shaw Stork, Eli Hayes, Drew Frank, Blaine Boersma, and Owen Sheen. And for Klamath Union, Antonio Ortiz, Pablo Macias, Von Wata, Jackson Zumwalt, and Silas Dutra. Pablo is going to bring it across the timeline for the KU Pels. Zumwalt now left wing. He zips it over to Dutra, near corner. Dutra takes it strong to the rim. No good. Sheen skies for the board. Sheen brings it up, tries to drive left baseline, kicks it out to Frank, far right side, drives to the hoop, and gets fouled. Drew Frank will head to the line for 2 free throws. He has shot and made the only 2 free throws of the night for either team. So while this has been a defensive affair, no team fouls for the Hornets here in the second, and only 4 for KU.
They've been playing tough defense, but they haven't been fouling.
Frank's third free throw of the night is good as Fitz checks in for Stork, and Zumwalt will sub out Wata.
When Drew has been aggressive offensively this year, Henley's offense has been dangerous. He can slash, he can get to the bucket, he finishes strong. He's been a difference maker for them offensively, getting to the basket and finishing.
Sunk his second free throw, 5-point game, 15-10, 5.5 to go in the second. Zumwalt has it now far side, brings it around, top of the key, bouncing it to Ortiz. Ortiz to Dutra. Dutra bothered by Hayes, trying to get it to Macias, and does, top of the key. He's guarded by Sheen. Pablo zipping it over to Zumwalt. Zumwalt trying to drive right with it. It's picked away by Boersma. Boersma and Fitz, 1-on-2 in the fast break. Boersma takes it himself, misses the layup. Fitz goes back up with it. That one doesn't go. He gets another rebound. Dishes it inside to Boersma. Strong to the rim, and Boersma finishes on the 4th try. He leads the team in scoring, 12 points per game. Also on that steal, he averages 3 a game, and he converted there. Pablo Macias, guarded by Sheen, well over 30 feet out. Now Dutra, near side, bouncing it to Murhoff, top of the key. Murhoff has it now. He's kicking it to Macias. Left corner, picked up by Sheen, back to Murhoff. Murhoff kicking it to Zumwalt, picked up by Boersma. Now to Dutra, far side. Dutra brings it back, top of the key, bouncing it to Macias. Macias steps into a 3. It's a long one. Back iron, no good. Rebound saved by Frank. Rolls it right out to Macias. Throws a fastball into Ortiz, who gets fouled on a layup.
What a pass from Macias there. Looked like an out-of-bounds soccer pass there.
He could put some zip on those passes. That's what I'm saying. You could take him out of scoring. He hasn't scored. Pardon me, he has 4 points. Hasn't scored in this second quarter, but he's involved in the passing game, playing that point guard spot.
Let's just say we were very thankful to not see him on the football field this year against us. Antonio
Ortiz, first free throw is good. And so Shaw Stork checks in for Eli Hayes. Ortiz's second free throw on the way. The junior standing 6'3" in the neon green shoes.
Ortiz was an outstanding receiver for KU this year, probably the best receiver in the conference.
This is the second free throw. Score remains 17-11. Drew Frank in transition, throws it out to Boersma. Catch and shoot 3, no good. Austin Fitz tries to get the rebound. And the ball goes out of bounds, and possession stays with the Hornets. So Boersma will inbound underneath the Henley basket He's going to loft one into Stork. Fadeaway jump shot. Tries to bank it in. No good. Fitz gets the rebound. Kicks it out to Sheen. Free throw line jumper, and that's cash. Sheen's got 4 tonight. His team leads 19-11 with 3:48 to go in the second. Pablo Macias loses the dribble off of Zumwalt. Loose ball picked up by Ortiz. He finds Dutra in the corner. Back out to Ortiz. Pablo Macias, right wing three, and that catches Lace on the way down. First three-pointer of the night for Pablo Macias. Now Stork working on the other side. Fitz from 8. That's good. Nice little mid-range shot there from Austin. 21-14, 7-point game. Pablo Macias, left elbow jumper, no good. Long rebound grabbed by Zumwalt. Now Pablo's got it back. 21-14, 3:15 to play in the first half. Dutra has it now near corner. Bouncing it over to Murhoff, top of the key. He zips it over to Ortiz, now to Zumwalt, far side. Zumwalt head fakes, back to Ortiz. Pablo gets Sheen off his feet, steps back, thinks about a three. Instead kicks it back to Ortiz. Now Zumwalt, far side. Zumwalt spins around, takes it top of the key, over to Macias. Macias picked up by Frank, dribbles it back. Taking his time, head fakes once more. Dribbles right, kicks it to Zumwalt. Near side, 15-footer is swatted away by Owen Sheen. And tied up is Boersma with Zumwalt. They're going to call a foul on Javin Zumwalt.
Nice job contesting that shot by Henley. Zumwalt with a good ball fake, slash to the baseline. Sheen didn't give up on the play, got his hand on the ball.
Eli Hayes bringing it up the floor. He kicks it to Stork, far or near side rather. Drew Frank drives to the free throw line, kicks it back outside to Sheen. Sheen slowing things down.
Henley going with a more 5-out concept than I've seen them do before. Looks like they're playing a little bit of stall ball on the Pels, making them come out and guard it a little bit further than usual.
Eli Hayes kicks it to Fitz in the far corner. Now to Frank. Frank thinking about driving inside. Out to Fitz. He thought about a three. He thought hard about it, but then thinks twice. Now to Sheen on the left side.
I think Coach Hammond could be practicing this for the playoff run.
As Sheen drives inside a charge against Murhoff. And you make an incredible point, because when you see some of these teams at the top of the state, I'm talking the Junction Cities of the world, Cascade, Marshfield, as Murhoff in a bit of pain down on the floor. We're going to take a quick break, I think, as we wait for the trainer to come out and get Jackson, or he's able to get off under his own power. He's going to need a second. So we'll stick with you through this one. My point being is that Junction City, Marshfield, Cascade, the top three teams, they have mastered stall ball.
Yeah.
And, while some, including myself, think that the shot clock in Oregon would help fix that in the late parts of the game, it's in the rule book, you're allowed to do it. So I think it's smart for Hammond to practice that offensively now.
I think so too. I know in a tough game like this, tough environment, playoff type environments can be really important to practice some of those concepts that they want to use during the playoff run.
Under 2 minutes to go now in the second. Henley leads by 7, 21-14. KU has the ball. Dutra operating on the left block. Now Mauricio Alexander, who's checked into the game for the first time, top of the key. He's got it. He thinks about going left, goes right. Now to Ortiz. Dutra to Ortiz. Now to Von Wata. Throwing it to Mauricio Alexander. Steps back, three, no good. Drew Frank cleans the glass. Frank is averaging about 2 rebounds per game. A nice throw in by Shaw Stork to Owen Sheen. Couldn't connect. Loose ball picked up by KU. Von Wata kicking it to Macias. Near corner three. Pump fake. Drives to the rim. Kicks it out to Alexander, who tries to go inside. Free throw line floater. Won't go. Hayes is going to walk it across the timeline. Henley's got to slow things down. They don't want to let anything run away from them. They do lead by 7 with 1:05 to go in the second. Eli Hayes.
I wouldn't be surprised here if they may try to play for the last shot. If they can't get a layup uncontested going towards the basket, I could see Coach Hammond, Coach Doc saying, hey, it's either a paint shot or the last shot of the half. Keep the 7-point lead or plus.
Sheen trying to drive inside, has it knocked away by Dutra. Sheen got a hand back in there, kicks it to Macias, top of the key. Macias lofting it into Dutra, left-handed layup, no good. Drew Frank gets the rebound.
Oh man, that would have been a huge little momentum swing there to go to the half. Nice play by Macias to get a hand on it.
Fitz has it now, far corner. He kicks it to Frank, about half court. And Henley keeping that 5-out look. Frank trying to back down Dutra, now to Hayes. 17 seconds to go in the half. He's guarded by Macias. Macias trying to bother him beyond the arc. 10 seconds now, out to Sheen. Sheen kicks it back to Hayes, 6 seconds now. This has been a 30-second possession. Hayes steps to the left, 3, won't go, 1 second left. Fitz tries to put it up at the buzzer, but loses a handle on it. We go to half with a score of 21-14. Henley leads. We'll be back with first half stats next on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. Henley leads 21-14.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
At Bowers Construction, our mission statement is to enrich the lives of our customers and of our team. So we're trying to be the best construction company that we can be by bringing value to other people's lives. So the work we provide is basically from foundation to roof in residential, and we work in commercial construction. Find our Bowers Construction Facebook page, or just give us a call. It's 541-205-1464. We are a licensed contractor at CCB 188923.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Klamath Falls Honda and Klamath Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Have you watched him dunk? No, I just was so impressed with watching him when they played.
And we're back on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 Sports. We are at halftime tonight from Henley High School. The score 21-14. Leading scorers tonight for Henley High School. It is going to be 6 points from Drew Frank, 4 for each Austin Fitz and Owen Sheen, 3 for Eli Hayes, 2 from Blaine Boersma, and 2 from Shaw Stork. For the Klamath Union Pelicans tonight, 7 points for Pablo Macias, 2 for Silas Dutra, 3 for Antonio Ortiz, and 2 for Vaughn Wata. Appreciate you being with us tonight on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. My name is Josh Eldridge. I'm joined by Nick Bradford and Alex Stork on the broadcast. Coach, I'll welcome you back in. I went down leading scores. We're seeing some good action from Drew Frank. Offensively, Henley is sharing the ball, but really, 21-14, this has been a defensive game.
It has been, both sides. I've been impressed with the team defense on both sides. A lot of ball pressure, and then the ball screen coverage. We talked about it earlier. A huge point of emphasis for Henley coming in, especially after the game against KU a couple weeks ago, was how are they going to play the ball screen. Macias heard them, had a lot of three-point opportunities the first time they played, and then if they over-helped on the ball screen, he did a good job of getting to the basket. So how they were going to play that ball screen was going to be a challenge tonight. I feel like they've done a pretty good job of it overall, and they've also been able to limit Wata, too. He's not a guy we talked about a ton coming into the first game, but that first game he really hurt Henley shooting the ball behind the arc. So they've really had to get out and guard him tonight and done a good job of that as well.
You talked about Pablo. He's at 7 points right now, which is not a bad first half by any means, but really he's been neutralized in terms of scoring. But man, can that guy pass, and that's what he's been doing tonight.
That's the challenge with guarding him. Do you come out past the arc and have a ton of ball pressure? Do you sag off a little bit so he can't get to the basket and make those passes? With great players like him that can beat you off the dribble, that can beat you shooting the ball, you really got to play a little give and take. What are we willing to give up so that we don't give up this?
We're still in halftime right now, 21-14. Henley does have the lead, but they've got 16 more minutes to keep an undefeated season alive, at least here in game number 9 of the Skyline Conference season. We'll take a look at the conference standings coming up You're watching the conference champion tonight, the Henley Hornets, who clinched it on Tuesday. We'll go down the full list of the standings on the MyBasin.com game of the week. Henley leads at half, 21-14.
On Top Tree Services have one of the highest buckets in town. No job too small, no tree too tall. Operating since 2017, this crew's ready for your land clearing, tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and fire prevention. On Top Tree Services offers same-day estimates. I can't mention this enough. If a tree falls on your house or vehicle, they offer a 24/7 emergency tree or limb removal. Give them a call today at 541-882-8707. On Top Tree Services, fast, easy, and reliable. CCB 216014.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quad-Track tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
We welcome you back to the MyBasin.com game of the week on 104.3 and 960 Sports. The Skyline Conference champion Henley Hornets leading 21-14 here at half. And, you know, although Henley has booked their ticket to the round of 16 in the OSAA playoffs, Klamath Union still jockeying for position. They are tied with Mazama for second place. And in the Skyline, the second place team unlikely to get that at-large bid, but that play-in game still a very real possibility for these Pelicans.
Yeah, I don't think this is a team that you want to play in the play-in round. They've been so talented all season long. Every game they played have been so impressive. This is not a team you want to run into if you're a top 8 team across the state.
Definitely not, but again, neither is Mazama, who is still in that second place spot, and they are playing tomorrow night against Phoenix. So that's going to be an interesting game as well when you come down to it, because Mazama's got to hold on to that one too if they want to keep that second place spot.
Yeah, I was really impressed with Mazama Tuesday night, not only their physicality as a team, but their length. That was a good game throughout. They were physical. They matched Henley's intensity throughout the entirety of the game, and it really could have gone either way down the stretch.
Definitely looking forward to the rest of this game. 21-14 at half. Third quarter action coming up next as the Skyline champion Henley Hornets take on the Klamath Pelicans. 21-14 at half. Third quarter next.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quad-Track tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
At Bowers Construction, our mission statement is to enrich the lives of our customers and of our team. So we're trying to be the best construction company that we can be by bringing value to other people's lives. So the work we provide is basically from foundation to roof in residential, and we work in commercial construction. Find our Bowers Construction Facebook page, or just give us a call. It's 541-205-1464. We are a licensed contractor at CCB 188923.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Klamath Falls Honda and Klamath Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
104.3 and 960 Sports getting ready for the third quarter of action tonight from Pell Court on the campus of Klamath Union High School. Josh Eldridge here with you along with Nick Bradford and Alex Stork. The five on the floor for Henley: Owen Sheen, Drew Frank, Eli Hayes, Shaw Stork, and Austin Fitz. For the Pelicans, who will start with the ball as they go from left to right, it is Antonio Ortiz, Pablo Macias, Von Wata, Silas Dutra, and Mauricio Alexander. Antonio Ortiz takes the pass from Macias, top of the key. He bounces it to Wata near side. Now to Macias. Macias near corner. Brings it around the world, guarded by Sheen. 7-point game, 21-14, just getting started here in the third. Dutra along the right side, bouncing it to Alexander. Now inside the Dutra. Dutra against Stork, bouncing it outside to Ortiz, to Alexander, top of the key. Now Macias has it, right wing. Macias puts it on the deck. He zips it over to Wata, top of the key. Now Dutra has it left side. Dutra goes right, now left, hands it to Ortiz. Ortiz lofts it to Alexander near side. Alexander lost his defender for a second, but gives up the pass. Ortiz has it now to Macias, far corner. Ortiz to Wata. Klamath Union breaking out their own version of slow basketball, but Von Wata splashes a three to get us started here in the third.
Really good possession there for KU. Moved the ball around. Got the ball to one of their best shooters, knocked it down.
Shot wiped clean. Eli Hayes gets it back. He trips and a foul. And that possession for KU, by the way, lasted just about a full minute. So those are the kind of slow possessions that Ed Case might use to try to get back into the game. Slow, deliberate possessions.
Maybe when Henley was doing that, Ed started thinking, hey, I like that.
Eli Hayes has it now, far corner. Brings it around, top of the key, bouncing it into Fitz, who loses the handle on it. Still a loose ball, scrambled for it in front, picked up by KU, and Pablo Macias has it. Pablo racing up, trying to drive inside, throws it about a foot over the bucket, and out of bounds, possession Pelicans.
They go from a slow, methodical possession to a 1-on-4 fast break.
Pablo's got it to inbound underneath his own rim, bounces it to Wata, who puts it up and in. 2-point game, Von Wata with the first 5 points of this.
Macias with a big steal off the inbounds play.
Goes out of bounds, possession goes to Henley, and thank you for stepping in there. I'm looking down to keep score, and Macias comes up with a steal. That's how quick he is.
He's just such a heady basketball player. All the decisions he makes out there on the floor, keeps his team under control, makes the right decision, makes the right passes. He's the guy I'd like to take it out of inbounds too.
Drew Frank kicks it to Hayes near corner. Hayes drives left baseline, outside to Sheen. Sheen steps back from 19. That one rims out. Fitz cleans it up and puts it back up and in.
Alexander got caught just a little bit watching there. Fitz did a good job sneaking around him, cleaning it up for an easy putback.
Pablo Macias brings it across the timeline for KU. He kicks it over far corner to Wata, now to Alexander, top of the key. Ortiz has it right wing, bouncing it back over to Alexander. He zips it to Macias, who brings it inside, tries to bounce it to Dutra. Loose ball picked up now. Ortiz far side kicks it to Alexander. Alexander trying to drive baseline, reverse layup, no good. Shaw Stork gets the rebound. He is sandwiched between Macias and Alexander, and a foul called against Mauricio Alexander. Alexander's first foul, first team foul for KU. Fernando Gutierrez checking in for the Pels. And KU will start, Henley will start with the basketball. Hayes brings it up. He is picked up by Macias about 30 feet out. Hayes, top of the key, zips it over to Boersma. Boersma throwing it to Sheen. Top of the key, three. That's money from Owen Sheen. It looks so easy when it comes from him.
Really big shot for Henley there. Momentum seemed to be swinging KU's way. Henley really needed that shot.
Pablo Macias takes the screen, thought about a three, steps to the rim, kicks it outside to Ortiz, to Dutra. He thought about three, back to Ortiz. Wata far side, trying to drive left baseline. Goes up with the layup, won't go. Austin Fitz, tall enough to grab that rebound, not even jumping. Frank brings it up. He steps into a three. Drew Frank, front iron, no good. Fitz got a hand on it, but it's ripped away by Wata. And now to Macias. It's a 7-point game, 26-19, 4:46 to go in the third. Pablo Macias on the right wing. Now to Antonio Ortiz, near corner, bouncing it out to Dutra. He kicks it to Gutierrez. Gutierrez, left wing, still beyond the arc. Over to Wata, back to Gutierrez. Now to Macias. Pump fakes a three, steps closer, kicks it to Dutra. Open three, near corner, and splashes it.
Great ball fake there from Macias. Got two guys to leave their feet. Made the right pass to Dutra for the big three-point shot.
Owen Sheen has it now near corner for the Hornets. Puts it on the deck, lofting it in there to Boersma. He has it stripped away, but Dutra called for the foul.
KU has been really patient to start this third quarter offensively, and it's paid off with a couple three-point baskets and shots at the basket as well.
26-22, Henley leads, 4:10 to go in the third as Dutra checks out. And in for the Pelicans was Javin Zumwalt. And so Eli Hayes will inbound it. He kicks it to Stork. He lofts it over to Boersma, near side wing. To Bennett, near corner. Thought about three. Drives inside. Throws it to Hayes. Far side three. It's good from Eli Hayes.
Really nice set play there on the inbounds play. Wrapped it around from Bennett to Hayes for a big three-point basket.
On the other side, Boersma takes it away. In transition, no good. Misses the shot. Owen Sheen followed it up with the rebound. Can't get the putback. And a takeaway for KU. Von Wata. Open layup. Missed. And Shaw Stork gets the rebound.
For a second there, I thought he was going to try to go stuff that thing. He got up.
Shaw Stork drives the lane. High off the glass. He is hit with a charging foul. Javin Zumwalt taking the harm there. Charged the foul to Shaw. That's his third.
Nice job by Zumwalt sliding in there, getting his feet set, taking the hit, going down. Always a big momentum play when you can take a charge.
Pablo Macias picked up by Boersma before even reaching the midcourt stripe. Zumwalt has it now, top of the key. Zumwalt bringing it right, crosses left, brings it right again. Now to Macias. Macias steps back beyond the arc, guarded by Boersma. He's hassling it beyond the perimeter. Now to Wata, back to Macias, head fakes a three, drives left block, left elbow jumper, rolls off the rim. Antonio Ortiz with the rebound, goes up against Fitz. That's no good, ball goes out of bounds, possession Henley. Or is it gonna stay with KU? It looked like.
Looks like we're gonna have a little bit of a conference here.
Yeah, Sesania says it's going for Henley. Connor says it's going for KU, so it's going to be KU basketball. Connor was a little bit closer on that one.
I thought that looked like the right call there.
Yeah, me too. So Pablo Macias will inbound. He's going to loft it up top to Wata. Wata throws it to Zumwalt beyond the key. Now to Macias near side. Fakes going right, brings it left, but Boersma picks his pocket. Trying to take it coast to coast, but Macias does it right back.
Tit for tat.
Macias bringing it to the rim and a foul. And I think this one's going against Sheen. It's a non-shooter, so KU will inbound. 29-22, 2:49 to go in the third. Henley leads. So Macias bouncing it inside to Gutierrez on the right block. Spins around, bouncing it inside to Ortiz, who goes strong to the rim and gets fouled by Sheen. Sheen's going to pick up his third off that one.
Nice wraparound pass there. Good cut to the basket. Gets a chance at 2 free throws.
Well, you know, we're playing on a Thursday night this evening due to lack of officials, not only in the Basin, but statewide. So we are in dire need for some not only basketball officials, but for every sport. So if you want to stay in shape, be involved in a sport you love, and earn some money in the process, you should become an athletic official. There's a shortage of officials in Oregon and in the Klamath Basin. We need you now more than ever. Visit osaa.org/officials for more information. The first free throw from Ortiz was good. The second one, not quite the same, but KU does get the rebound. Pass goes outside to Wata for three, and he hits it.
Henley got the 50-50 balls in the first half. It seems like early on in the second half, KU's been quicker to get those 50-50 balls.
Hayes tries to answer back with a three of his own, no good, and a foul underneath. This one's gonna go against Gutierrez. That's his second foul, fourth team foul for KU. 3 for Henley if we're keeping tabs, and that sends Boersma to the line. Henley, as a team so far in league play, only a 53% free throw shooting team. Boersma makes his first.
It's funny, that's been a real challenge for both Henley teams, the girls varsity program and the boys varsity program. And both coaches know that it's going to be a difference maker in playoffs, so got to get that fixed.
Boersma goes 1 for 1 from the line. Fitz follows it up with a rebound. He can't get the putback, and a foul called down low against Boersma on the rebound attempt. So the score 30-26, Henley leads with 2:23 to go in the third.
KU's able to keep their crowd in it. I really think that's something to pay attention as we move into the fourth quarter here in a couple minutes. Can KU keep their fans in it? Can they keep their student section in it by keeping it close?
Pablo Macias to Zumwalt near side. Zumwalt thinking about lofting one in there. Instead bounces it to Gutierrez, top of the key. He throws it to Wata. Now Ortiz, far corner. Bouncing it inside to Zumwalt on the left block. Outside to Ortiz. He zips it to Macias, top of the key. Macias dribbling hard to the rim. High off the glass, and Macias gets 2. 30-28. Under 2 to go in the third. Shaw tossing it to Luke. Now to Hayes. Hayes bringing it up. He's going to hand it to Boersma near corner. Boersma zipping it over to Stork. Stork bringing it up. He's going to drive left block. Tries to get it in and tosses it outside to Boersma. Boersma drives the lane. Beautiful bounce pass to Fitz. And credit the assist to Blaine Boersma. 32-28, a minute 35 to go in the third. And Ed Case wants time. We'll take 1-2. 32-28. Henley leads.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Into the third quarter, 32-28, a $1:35 to go. Henley leads, and the student section's doing a little battle here right next to us. I love these crosstown rivalry games. And I was thinking, Alex, Mazama and Henley's the Southside Series. Klamath Union and Mazama is the Canal Bowl. What do we call this that's happening right in front of us?
I think they've gone back and forth on the name over the years. I've heard the Birds and the Bees.
Oh, I like that one.
And I've heard a couple other variations, but I think that's probably my favorite.
All right, back into the game. KU trails by 4, but they do have the ball. Zumwalt now near side. He kicks it to Gutierrez, throws it over to Wata. Long three, no good. Boersma gets the rebound. Now to Hayes as he will bring it up the floor for the Hornets. Hayes bringing it around, handing it to Stork. Stork beyond the key, passing it to Boersma. Boersma taking the Fitz screen, driving inside, gets the pass into Stork, kicks it outside to Hayes for 3. That's good from Eli Hayes. Third made 3 of the night for Eli Hayes. He's got 9 points. Ball goes out of bounds on the other side. Pelicans keep it.
Seems like Macias is really trying to get to the basket this quarter. He's done a good job. He's not settling for those three-point shots anymore, getting a foot in the paint, making some nice dump-off passes, getting good looks.
Lofts it top of the key to Wata, promptly takes a 3, air ball no good. Macias, athletic play to keep it from going out of bounds, but Stork picks up the loose ball. Stork passing it ahead to Boersma near wing. Trying to find a way to get it to Fitz, puts it on the deck himself, fadeaway shot no good. Fitz battles for the rebound, loose ball picked up by Boersma, makes a move to the rim, swiped away by Gutierrez, and a whistle. What is happening here? It is going to be a foul against Gutierrez. A non-shooter, so Eli Hayes will inbound.
That was a tough call. 2 guys going up for a shot. Looked like he got a hand on it, maybe got some body coming through.
All right, Boersma has it, zipping it to Hayes, top of the key. Hayes trying to direct a little bit of traffic, pointing for Fitz to set a screen somewhere. Now to Boersma. Boersma kicking it to Shaw Stork. Now back to Boersma. Over to Hayes. Hayes thought about a 3, drives inside. Beautiful feed to Fitz, but he can't convert. Antonio Ortiz skies for the rebound. Now 14 seconds to go in the third. Zumwalt bringing it up the floor. Crosses left, goes right. Now to his left, top of the key. Pops at the free throw line, but bounces it back outside to Ortiz. 3 seconds now for Wata. Drives up, floater off the glass is good at the third quarter buzzer. This KU team won't go away. They trail by 5, 35-30 as we head to the fourth. Henley leads.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
All right, getting ready for the fourth quarter of action from Pell Court tonight. 35-30, the Hornets lead. The conference champions looking to keep an undefeated season alive, and they lead right now by 5. They also start with the basketball. Eli Hayes steps into a 3 on the near side, won't go. And Antonio Ortiz steps out of bounds after getting the rebound. It'll be Hornets basketball.
Tough play there. Happens to every team. 2 guys on the same team going for the rebound really aggressively. The other side had run back. You really hate to see that happen as much as Henley likes to see it happen on that one.
Hayes lofts one, top of the key between the circles to Sheen. Sheen steps right beyond the arc, now kicks it to Hayes. Hayes has 9 points tonight to Frank. Frank just inside the arc, left side wing. Steps back, kicks it to Stork. Stork brings it around, hands it to Hayes, takes a step towards the three-point arc, and now kicks it to Sheen. Sheen inside to Frank, pump fakes, bouncing it to Fitz, inside, loose ball ripped away by Macias. And Klamath Union, an opportunity now to make it a one-possession game. Pablo Macias has the ball, brings it around, right side, moving towards the corner, guarded by Hayes. Pablo takes the Murhoff screen, steps into a 3, air ball.
He hasn't been able to connect as much tonight from the three-point line. I felt like in the third quarter he made a really good adjustment. He was getting into the lane. He was dumping the ball off to his post. I think that's where they were most effective so far in this game.
Hayes moving quickly on the other side, gets it to Stork. Top of the key, Stork puts it on the deck, steps back from 18, gives it to Hayes. Hayes head fakes a 3, handing it to Frank, top of the key. He head fakes a 3 as well, loses a handle on a basketball, gets it to Hayes. Hayes tripped up by Macias. And Eli Hayes broke down Pablo from about 28 feet out. Pablo ended up on the ground, and I think he might have caught a heel from Hayes as he ended up on the deck. He's favoring his jaw a little bit, but Pablo's a tough kid. He's going to tough this one out.
He is. He's going to be just fine. I think that foul actually may have helped them from having a 3-on-2 fast break opportunity for Henley.
And so Henley will inbound. It's a bounce pass to Stork. He throws it to Sheen. Sheen, top of the key, throws it to Hayes. Hayes bouncing it into Fitz. Goes to work against Murhoff. Down low, high lofting shot, won't go. Wata gets the rebound. Wata in transition, crosses up Hayes, 1-on-3 fast break, gets it to Ortiz, and he cashes in. 35-32, Henley still leads with 6.5 to go in the ball game.
KU has been so effective tonight when they've gotten the ball to the paint.
High floater from Hayes on the other side won't go. Fitz rips away the rebound, 1-on-1 against Murhoff, and he'll foul Fitz. And so Austin goes to the line, shooting free throws number 1 and 2 tonight. Austin on the season, he is averaging 7 and 7 points and rebounds, averaging about 1 assist per game, but that's about what you expect for a big man of his caliber.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been really steady for the Hornets all season long.
Austin's first free throw is good.
And Fitz has shouldered a lot of minutes ever since Hunter Schwenk went out a few weeks ago. He stepped up. He's played probably 10 more minutes a game than he typically has. His conditioning's improved and his play's improved because of it.
Fitz has a second free throw coming up, and that one is also good. 37-32, 6:15 to go in the fourth. Henley leads. Klamath Union working quick in transition. Zumwalt kicks it back to Wata in a hurry. Back to Zumwalt. Zumwalt picked up by Sheen near side. Kicks it back to Murhoff. He throws it to Ortiz, top of the key. Now to Murhoff. Wata near side, driving the lane. Goes up with the shot. Double clutch won't go. And Frank gets the rebound. Frank bringing it up the floor, bouncing it to Hayes as he crosses the timeline. Hayes bouncing it out to Frank. Frank fakes going right, goes left, bouncing it into Fitz. Pump fake, goes up with the shot and beats Murhoff on the shot.
Big bucket there. Both teams have been successful getting the ball in the paint, dumping it off their post this quarter.
Timeout on the floor, 39-32, 5:38 to go in the fourth. The Hornets lead.
Trying to lose some weight and get in shape? Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club provides a clean and friendly workout environment with professional and experienced staff to help you achieve your goals. They offer state-of-the-art equipment, indoor tennis and pickleball courts, certified personal trainers, tons of group exercise classes. They're the best exercise facility in the Klamath Basin. Plus, they now have a smoothie bar to give you a nutritious boost after your workout. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
We're back inside Pell Court tonight on the campus of Klamath Union High School in the fourth quarter tonight, 5.5 to go. And it's been a pretty close game. 7 points between these two teams. Henley has kept KU at arm's distance so far, but KU has, to their credit, stayed at arm's distance. They haven't fallen too far behind, even being behind most of the ball game.
They have. If Henley's made a run, KU's matched it, and vice versa. Really going to be interested to see how this one shakes out. Like I said earlier, if KU can keep this student section and crowd into it, I think it's going to come down to the wire.
Wata kicking it to Dutra. Dutra handing it to Zumwalt, picked up by Boersma. Zumwalt trying to drive along the left side, kicks it to Dutra. Dutra puts it on the deck, bouncing it inside to Murhoff. Bouncing along that right block, kicks it out to Wata. And now to Zumwalt, top of the key. Zumwalt driving inside and a foul called. It's going to go against Blaine Boersma. That's Blaine's second foul, fifth team foul for the Hornets. 7 for KU. And so Zumwalt going to inbound, lofts it over to Ortiz, kicks it back to Dutra. Dutra puts it on the deck to Zumwalt. He thought about three, going to drive left baseline, backs out beyond the left wing. Now to Wata at the big Pelican at half court to Dutra, right side wing. Guarded by Boersma. Boersma not letting Dutra get an inch. Wata, top of the key. Puts it on the floor, tosses it to Murhoff. Murhoff zipping it to Wata near corner. Wata puts it on the deck, goes up, double clutch. The ball rolls around the rim and falls.
What a huge play there from Wata. Tough move, driving through the lane. Found a way to get the ball up and in and got fouled. Gets a chance at another one. I was just going to mention, having Macias out for the Pels really makes it hard for them to get the ball in the paint, but Wata, every single time he has been out, has stepped up and made plays.
Wata misses his one free throw. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Ortiz. So Sheen inbounds it to Hayes. Hayes picked up by Wata before crossing the half-court stripe. Hayes going to hand it to Frank along the far side. Frank bringing it inside along the left block. Pump fakes, goes up and gets the layup. A beautiful pump fake from Frank. He's got 8 points tonight. 41-34, 4.5 to go in the ball game. Henley leads. Now Wata has it near side, loses a handle on it for a second, but he gathers. Wata denies the Murhoff screen, kicks it out to Dutra. Corner three, won't go. Rebound picked up by Sheen. He kicks it to Boersma, who will bring it across for the Hornets. Boersma takes the Fitz screen, top of the key, lofting it in for Fitz, goes up. Antonio Ortiz rejects the shot, but Fitz gathers and a foul by Dutra.
That was an impressive block there from Ortiz. Quick jumper, looked like a volleyball player spiking the ball back there on that one.
So that sends Austin Fitz to the line, 2 for 2 this evening already. For Henley tonight, they have made 6 of 8 from the penalty stripe. .404 left to go in a 41-34 ball game. Austin Fitz a chance to extend the Hornets' lead. First free throw is good. We'll get a second opportunity here. So KU at 18 fouls. Henley's going to be in the bonus the rest of the way. Is the second free throw from Fitz no good? Dutra gets it. Pablo Macias is checked back into the game. He has it. He steps back from 15, lofting it up. It won't go. He's asking for a foul, but he won't get it. Eli Hayes going to slow things down as he brings it across the court for the Hornets. Stops at the big Pelican, half court, over to Sheen. Henley opting to spread it out just a bit. Sheen driving inside, stops from the free throw line. He won't get the jump shot. Macias kicking it ahead to Wata. Wata to Macias. Going to take the screen from Gutierrez to his left. Macias in a double team, drives to the rim, handoff to Ortiz, and that's exactly what you're talking about, Alex. That's a beautiful pass from Macias.
So hard to keep him out of the lane. Does a great job dishing it off to his post for an easy two.
3.5 to go in the fourth. We're going to take time. 42-36, the Hornets lead.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
And we're back at Pell Court tonight for the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 Sports. My name is Josh Eldridge, joined tonight by Alex Stork and Nick Bradford running the live stream. 42-36. It's a close game. Henley still has the lead, but Pablo is starting to heat up. He's starting to move a little bit more. He's not playing patient beyond the arc. He's driving inside, which you started to see in the third quarter.
Yeah, he's made some great adjustments each quarter. I think it's easy for him as well as he shoots it to want to stay out there on the three-point line, but he slashed to the basket, and his teammates have really benefited from it, getting some easy shots at the basket. Going to be really interesting to see what they do here, and I thought they may go pressure, and that's what we're seeing here.
So Drew Frank will inbound it along the baseline. He kicks it ahead to Hayes. Klamath Union breaks out the press, now to Boersma. Back to Hayes. We'll see them games between Ed Case and Luke Hammond at play, as well as Macias picks it away from Hayes, and a foul. I think it's going to be a blocking foul against Hayes, and you can wipe the bucket off the board. With that, though, that's the 7th team foul, and Macias will go to the line anyway, shooting free throws number 1 and 2 tonight. He's got 9 points already. He's been held relatively quiet in the second half. Only 2 points, but he's been distributing the basketball. His first is good. 42-37, 3:12 to go in the fourth. Another free throw opportunity for the senior Macias. That one bounces off the rim, it's no good. Fitz clears the glass, and Hayes brings it up. It's a five-point game. Bouncing it to Frank. Frank back to Hayes. Slowing things down are the Hornets. Hayes trying to go inside against Pablo. Zips it back out to Frank. Now to Sheen between the circles. He's going to try to drive inside the paint. Kicks it to Fitz. Now to Frank. Frank driving inside as well. Bouncing it to Boersma. The layup's good. That's beautiful ball movement from the Hornets.
Perfectly done there. Coach Hammond's going to be loving that. They passed it around, got a shot going towards the basket for an easy layup, and ran about 30 seconds off the clock.
Pablo Macias goes up on the other side and gets fouled. And he will shoot 2 at the line. The score 44-37. 7-point ball game, and that's 18 fouls for the Hornets.
If you're Henley, that's the exact thing you don't want to happen in this situation. You're up 7, 2.5 minutes left. They're almost to the double bonus. You do not want to stop the clock and give them opportunities at free throws. Keep them off the line. You get the ball back, keep the ball moving, keep the clock going.
Pablo is definitely one of those guys you don't want to send to the line. He sunk his first there. He went 1 for 2 from the line last time. His second free throw is good. 5-point game. Klamath Union breaking out the press. Hayes picked up by Ortiz. Hayes blows past Ortiz, kicks it near corner to Fitz, and Sheen has it. Sheen trying to drive inside. Throws it out to Boersma. It's picked away by Ortiz, but a foul called as a loose ball tried to be picked up by Boersma, but they're going to hit Macias with a foul.
Tough one there. Got caught in a tough spot. I really don't mind the foul in this situation. I think it extends the game. The only tough thing is you're giving them a chance at some free throws.
Boersma's 0 for 2 from the line tonight. The team only shooting 53%, and that free throw is good, so he'll get a second. I mean, at that point, of course, we're rooting for the Hornets, but they've had trouble shooting the free throw this season. If you start fouling this early for Case, you give yourself a chance to get yourself back in the game.
I think so. I think you're extending the game, doing what you can to get the ball back as fast as you can.
Second free throw, no good. Wata wasn't paying attention in transition. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's Henley ball.
Tough break there for the Pels. Ortiz thought he had Wata on the fast break, couldn't connect.
Boersma has it now. He zips it to Sheen. Sheen tries to get it to Fitz, knocked away by Wata. 6-point game, 2:06 to go in the fourth. KU trails, but they have the ball. Dutra over to Ortiz, kicks it to Macias. Macias trying to direct traffic, denies the screen, drives inside, high floater off the glass, no good. Frank with the rebound. Gonna get it to Hayes. 1:50 to go in a 45-39 ball game. Eli Hayes, coast to coast, call it. That's Eli Hayes' first 2-point bucket of the night on his way to an 11-point performance with 1:44 to go in a 47-39 ball game. We're gonna stick with you through this timeout. Coach, the game's still not over by any means. 1:44 left to go, but that's a big bucket for Eli Hayes, especially striking that quickly.
Really big bucket there. They were running that 5-out concept, trying to burn some time. Got a couple layups at the basket, uncontested. I really feel like now they're going to pull it out, see what they can do to really limit possessions for KU down here. KU, going to be interesting to see what they're going to do coming out of here. Are they going to launch a three-point shot, or are they going to try to get something going towards the basket? They've had the most success tonight offensively, and they've been able to get a foot in the paint off the dribble, dish it out for a three, pass it to the post for a layup opportunity.
Wata bringing it up the floor for the Pels as we get right back into it. Wata kicking it to Ortiz. Ortiz finds Dutra, top of the key. Wata now to Macias, far side. Wata fakes a three, drives baseline, kicks it out to Dutra. Wata, top of the key. Open three, good. Timeout called by Coach Case. We'll stick with you once more. Now a 5-point game, 47-42. They just won't go away.
They won't. Not in a game like this. What a great possession they just had there. I don't think, if you're Coach Case, that you could have hoped for a better possession. They were able to wrap it around the key, make the extra pass for a wide open shot with the most consistent shooter for them tonight, Von Wata at the top of the key.
Wata has 3 made three-pointers tonight. That's 3 of the 5 made tonight by Klamath Union. 1 for Silas Dutra, 1 for Pablo Macias back in the first half. But I'll tell you what, Von Wata started the first half with just 2 points. I'll try to do some quick math here. 14 points, I think, 12 in the second half, and that is exactly what he did last time we played the Pelicans. You have Pablo to worry about in the first half, but then here comes Von Wata in the second.
I think Von really likes it when the blue and the gold are the other side of the bench from him. 2 great games this season. It's been so fun to watch him grow as a freshman player to a junior varsity player to a senior night. What a great game for a senior. Doing here in front of his home fans. Had an excellent game.
17 points for Von Wata, so my mistake, I missed a three-pointer there. So that makes him 15 in this half. We're getting ready for more basketball. Drew Frank kicking it ahead to Owen Sheen. Owen Sheen out to Fitz in the near corner. Fitz kicking it to Boersma, goes up with the shot, and Boersma gets the layup. 49-42, a $1:10 to go in the game. Henley leads.
I think that's one where Coach Hammond may have been going, no, pull it out. And then when he made it, he said, okay, all right, I'll take it. I'll take that one.
Macias loses the handle for a second, steps back into a three and splashes it.
Macias is not going to let this team go away once again with a huge shot to keep the Pels in it, bring it within 4.
Hayes tosses it ahead to Boersma, getting it to Frank, near side to Fitz, and Henley going to slow things down just a little bit. Boersma is going to be fouled by Macias.
Double bonus situation here for Henley. Now we're going to get to see everything that you said tonight. Can Henley make free throws to put away a game?
Hayes getting his first and second opportunities this evening. His team leads by 4 with 40 seconds. 49-45. The first free throw from Hayes, no good. He gets a second opportunity here to try to put them up by 5.
I can't think of a guy on Henley that you'd want to have the ball in his hands right now more than Eli Hayes.
He makes the second. 5-point game, 50-45. KU has it. Dutra up ahead to Macias. Macias Along the left wing, steps to his right, pump fakes a three, passes inside, gets it back outside. Long three from the corner, no good. Owen Sheen gets the rebound. Pablo airballed that three that would have potentially brought him within two. Boersma now to Sheen on the near side, gets it to Fitz, lays it up and in for Austin Fitz. Now 15 seconds to go, 52-45. Dutra, near side three, he answers! 4-point game, 7 seconds to go, and Hayes is fouled in transition. Might that be too little too late for the Pels? 6 seconds to go, you're down by 4, but can you really count him out?
I thought that was the dagger.
I thought
that was the dagger from Fitz, but then KU comes right back with a three-point shot. 7 seconds left. Probably going to have to miss both of these, but you just never know.
So Hayes is at the line. He makes his first. That extends it back out to a 5-point game. And Henley not putting anyone in the box. They're going to limit the transition three as Hayes' second free throw is good. 54-48, 6.5 to go. And Macias is going to dribble this one out. The Pelicans accepting defeat in this one. The Henley Hornets, your Skyline Conference champions, improved to 9-0 on the season, winning this one on the road in a hostile environment tonight, 54-48. We're going to take a break, come back, and when we do, we'll break this one down for you. And we could try to get a player. I think, Alex, who should we try to get on the post-game show?
I would say, since you had Drew the other night, Fitz is probably a good pick if you haven't had him yet this year. Did you? Okay, then have you had Hayes yet this season?
Had him earlier in the season. We can try to grab him once more. We're going to talk to Eli Hayes, or at least try coming up on the post-game show. Henley wins this one, 54-48.
On Top Tree Services have one of the highest buckets in town. No job too small, no tree too tall. Operating since 2017, this crew's ready for your land clearing, tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and fire prevention. On Top Tree Services offers same-day estimates. I can't mention this enough. If a tree falls on your house or vehicle, they offer a 24/7 emergency tree or limb removal. Give them a call today at 541-882-8707. On Top Tree Services, fast, easy, and reliable. CCB 216014.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Welcome back to Pell Court. The final score tonight, the Henley Hornets knocking off the Pelicans on the road 54-48. It was an exciting game. The Hornets were led by 2 players tonight, Austin Fitz and Eli Hayes, each with 13. 8 points for Drew Frank tonight, 7 for Blaine Boersma and Owen Sheen, 2 for Shaw Stork. Your scorers tonight for the Henley Hornets. For Klamath Union, Von Wata poured in 17, Pablo with 15, 8 for Silas Dutra, and 7 for Antonio Ortiz. So when you look at this, Alex, spreading out the scoring for Henley, of course, you had big nights from Austin and Eli, but 4 players scored all the points for Klamath Union. Not saying that's the difference, but these 2 teams stylistically play such a different brand of basketball, and Henley's was, I wouldn't say better tonight, but they won the game.
Yeah, you know, I feel like a huge part of their success this season has been because of that depth that you alluded to. They've been balanced all year long, scoring, rebounding, assisting the ball. Some games, it's not the same 5 that start the game that finishes the game. We saw that tonight. They've been really good about the continuity of the team, guys coming in and not missing a beat, and I think that's been a huge part of their success.
Well, and I think part of it, I mean, we talk so much about this team's defense. When you look at guys like Blaine Boersma, obviously, I would say the defensive player of the year for this team. You got guys like Austin Fitz, who had a couple blocks tonight. Owen Sheen seems to jump out of the gym when given the opportunity. So you got these good defensive players, but they're also so switchable. So when Klamath Union was, trying to put up some screens tonight, Henley can just switch on that, and it entirely negates it. Pablo wasn't able to drive inside until the third quarter.
Yeah, they got at least 3 or 4 guys that are really versatile, can play some different positions. They ran a little bit of that 5-out concept tonight to play stall basketball, but what it ended up happening is they spread that team out and they got some easy layups because of it. So I'm not surprised if that's something that Coach Hammond likes moving forward. They saw it a lot when they went to the crossover against Junction City, who did a fantastic job of moving the ball. They played a more undersized lineup, passed the ball around, spread it out, played stall ball in that third quarter, and that's something you got to do to win games in the playoffs. So I was glad that Henley was able to practice that for 3 or 4 minutes tonight. I hope that will help them moving forward in the playoff run.
So I got a handful of texts from people when I said that Junction City plays stall ball. I think some people from around the state were watching us tonight, because I got a couple texts from people saying Junction City doesn't play stall ball. They just wait 30 seconds to do anything. And I'm laughing to myself. But that team specifically, and then you've got Philomath, who they say has been the slowest team all year long. Those 2 teams are locks practically for the state tournament. And then you've still got Cascade and Marshfield to worry about. But before you even think about that, for Henley, got 1 more conference game left, 2 against Phoenix. So a lot to think about for Coach Hammond and his team. They've got to be able to block out some of the noise, though. Is that challenging when you're in a position? I mean, pardon me, you guys were for football. Having to block out the noise. You have your playoff ticket booked, basically. How difficult is that for this team?
Yeah, you bring up a really good point. It is very difficult. And Henley's sitting in that 9-10 spot right now. They'd really like to get in that 8 spot if they can, to secure, I should say, that home playoff game. You get the Swarm, you get a game at home. What a difference maker that is in conference, but especially in the playoffs. If you can get a team to travel down to Klamath Falls and play in front of the Swarm, in front of a packed house, that's what you want this time of year.
And while we're waiting on Eli Hayes, I feel like it's fair to look ahead to the playoffs. So 6 conferences in Oregon. Each of their conference champions get an immediate bid to that 16-team playoff. There are 2 at-large bids available, and as I'm looking at these standings right now, Marshfield is in second place to Junction City. I have a feeling that they'll get one of the spots. And then Staten and Philomath, they're battling in the Oregon West Conference behind Cascade. Philomath could still win that conference, so I have a feeling that the second at-large team will come out of the Oregon West Conference. So there you have your 8 teams. Then you have 16 other teams go into a play-in round. 16 gets trimmed down to 8. There's your round of 16 that's played on March 4th or the 5th. But the ultimate goal is obviously heading to Marshfield High School for the state tournament March 10th through the 12th.
That's right. Everything you're doing right now is to set you up for an opportunity to get a spot at Marshfield. So practice time, maybe a little bit shorter, more focus, more mental reps this time of year. Like you alluded to, the game Tuesday night against Phoenix. More than anything, what you're thinking as a head coach is that you don't want to build any sort of negative habits moving into that playoff round. You want to be playing your best basketball this time of year. I think Henley is doing that. I thought KU is doing that as well. Like we mentioned earlier, that is not a team in Klamath Union that you want to play in the playoff round if you're a Staten, if you're a Philomath moving forward. I got to talk to Coach Hammond for a little bit yesterday, and I asked him, how good is the 4A classification this year? It's one of the strongest top 10 groupings that I've seen since I've been at Henley, and he felt the same.
Yeah, so you talk about Klamath Union potentially snatching up a play-in spot, as we're still waiting for Eli Hayes on the post-game show. Should be coming up the stairs any minute. But Klamath Union with this loss drops to 5-4 on the season. So now they're half a game out of second place behind Mazama. Now again, the second place team in our conference will get a play-in game. The third place team, highly unlikely when you talk about the Marshfields and Statons and Philomaths and all of those teams likely going to take up some of those spots. So a lot matters tomorrow when you talk about Mazama matching up with North Valley. I mistakenly called it Phoenix earlier, but Mazama is going to be hosting North Valley tomorrow. The Knights are winless on the season, but that is an important one for Mazama to win to potentially, be one game away from locking in that play-in spot. Still unsure who they would play in the playoffs.
I feel like North Valley's a team that for the first, second, even sometimes third quarter, hang right with teams. I think sometimes maybe it's the depth of the other teams that start to be the difference in the end of games, but that's a game, and we've talked about it all season long. There are no games in the Skyline Conference on either side, girls or boys, that you can just show up and expect to win.
I think for North Valley, too, we talked about that program a lot since it was announced that they're dropping out of the conference next year, down into the 3A classification. And, people look at the standings and they say, well, North Valley hasn't won a game. It makes sense that they dropped. That has nothing to do with it, really. It's purely due to the participation numbers. And when you look at a boys varsity roster that has 7, 8 players on it, they have a lot of kids swing up from JV. That's why you see them hang for 3 quarters and then, frankly, run out of gas, I think, sometimes. So Mazama's just going to have to hang with them tomorrow. And then, of course, Hidden Valley is hosting the Phoenix Pirates. And, you look at the conference, Hidden Valley, they're 2-6, but Phoenix is 500. They still have an outside shot of making that play-in round. Technically, if you look at the math, so Hidden Valley could play spoiler tomorrow night as well.
Who knows what's going to happen with those second, third, and fourth place teams. We've seen it all season long. Any one of those teams can win. It's going to be a battle tomorrow night. I'm pretty interested to see how it's all going to shake out in the end.
We're going to take one break here. Eli Hayes is about ready to join us on the post-game show. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. Final score tonight, Henley 54, Klamath Union 8.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, the retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
And welcome you back to the MyBasin.com Game of the Week on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Henley staying undefeated, 9-0 in conference play, at least in conference play. They're undefeated, 54-48 the final over Klamath Union tonight. Joined now by senior guard Eli Hayes. Eli, glad that you're up here. Tell me about the emotions after a game like that against a crosstown rival.
It felt great, especially over here at Pelcourt. It's a tough place to get a win, especially when you have a target on your back.
You guys played very well, and I'm sure it feels like a hostile environment when you're down there on the floor. Gosh, everyone feels like they're on top of you down there. How do you try to block out the noise when you're on the floor?
You just got to stay focused on what you need to get done, especially defensively, and that's about all, and then offense too.
You talk about playing defense. Pablo Macias on the other team, you guarded him a little bit. Blaine guarded him a little bit. He's such a ball-dominant guard and can do so much. How do you attack a guy like that defensively?
You just got to have good help side defense in the gap because he could go both ways, and he could also get his shots off too. So especially on screens for him, you got to hedge it hard.
You guys are undefeated, 9-0, conference champions, by the way. Congratulations, crowned on Tuesday night. You still have one more conference game against Phoenix on Tuesday. You played them and beat them once already. What do you remember from that game, and how do you plan to attack them on Tuesday?
I remember they got a lot of zones, so we just got to attack the high post and get stops, and we should be good.
All right, you guys are playoff bound. Are you thinking about that at all, or are you focused on Tuesday?
We're just focused on Tuesday for now, and then we'll see what we got ahead of us.
All right, Eli, thank you for taking some time. I'll talk with you on Tuesday. Eli Hayes, senior guard. You just set the headset down. He's joining us on the post-game show. His team wins 54-48 against Klamath Union. The Henley Hornets remain 9-0 in the conference season. Klamath Union falling to 5-4. They still do have an outside shot at a play-in game. They are half a game back of Mazama, who is going to be playing North Valley tomorrow night at Valhalla Court. If you're here in town, go out to that game. And you know what? I'm going to say it. Support the Vikings. We want these Klamath Basin teams represented in the state tournament, because I'll tell you, and I know some folks are listening, the Basin gets disrespected when it comes to the state rankings. No one sees us down here. We are in the middle of nowhere, and everyone who lives here knows it. I was talking with Jacob Cook, who's a Klamath Union alumni. He was saying the same thing. We know it down here in the Basin. We just don't get looked at. So Mazama, if they can get some representation in the state playoffs, that's what we want, right? So go on out there, 7:30 tomorrow night. The boys play, and of course the girls right there at the top of the conference for the Skyline 2 for Mazama. That is important for them. So take one final look at the Skyline Conference standings as they are right now. Henley, the champion, is 9-0. Mazama is 5-3 in second place. Klamath Union, half a game back at 5-4. Phoenix is 4-4. Hidden Valley, 2-6. And North Valley is 0-8 in Skyline Conference play. That's how it all shapes up as we march towards the playoffs, which again, Henley has already booked their ticket to the round of 16. The 6 league champions get into the playoffs. 2 at-large teams make up 8 that get an immediate berth into the playoffs. Then in a play-in round, 16 teams get trimmed down to 8, and those 8 get seeded into a 16-team bracket. The playoffs begin on March 4th and 5th, and the state tournament is March 10th through the 12th at Marshfield High School. For these Hornets, that is the ultimate goal. They accomplished their goal tonight, 54-48, a victory over Klamath Union. This about does it for us this evening. So glad that you joined us on the MyBasin.com Game of the Week. You can always follow Hornets basketball all season long on the Basin's website, MyBasin.com. Your home for everything happening, from news, obviously sports, special events, everything else in between. Find us online at MyBasin.com. Final score tonight, 54-48. Henley comes away with the win. Would like to thank Klamath Union Athletic Director Scott Mason for allowing us to set up in his gym this evening. And, of course, all 4 head coaches tonight. For the girls, a special thanks to John Nahar and Randy Denson for the Henley Hornets. And for the boys, Ed Case, reigning coach of the year, and Coach Hammond, who is without a doubt in the running for it this year. Would also like to thank Henley Athletic Director Jesse Hamilton for allowing us to cover his teams all season long. Final score tonight, the Henley Hornets 9-0 on the season after a 54-48 victory over the Klamath Union Pelicans. For Alex Stork and Nick Bradford, I'm Josh Eldridge. Good night from Pell Court.